Hello everybody, welcome into the stream. Hi, hope everybody's having an awesome day. Good to see everybody. But before we get started, a couple announcements, I guess. Oh my goodness. Hi, how's it going, Chad? How you guys doing? First things first, say hi to the VOD viewers. Now that we're streaming on both Twitch and YouTube, we have a permanent VOD that stays up, and I do have some people that watch the VOD, so thank you very much, future VOD watchers. Appreciate you. Jump started wigs. Sorry. Great to see you guys. How's it going? River's daughter, Zuma Case. Hello. Sardina, Minjam, Dr. Nothing. Oh my goodness, so many gamers. Hi guys. Mariah, Matsuki, Oliver's beaming. Hello. Hope you're all doing good. Okay. What the heck were the announcements? If you're new here, let me introduce myself, I guess. My name's Nico, Clockwork Nico. I'm a redstoner, small content creator. I like making mini games, interactive redstone builds, mini adventure maps, all that stuff. And I'm occasionally a silly gamer on the internet. Thank you so much, guys. Like, genuinely thank you so much for all the support recently. It has been a little bit overwhelming. It's a little bit crazy. For anyone unaware, / for future reference, this is my first stream after the end city where are you short which got, what's it at, 17 million views, which is ridiculous to me. And we just hit what, 35,000 subscribers, which is genuinely so awesome. I really appreciate you guys. We're gonna be having fun. This is gonna be an awesome stream. How's it going? Let's see. Are we gonna play, or we're gonna be playing Minecraft? We're gonna be playing the Create Aeronautics mod. That's what's going on. Do I curse? I do curse on stream. I don't curse in my YouTube videos, although the most recent short does have a curse in it. Like your vids, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm glad people found it funny. I thought it was silly. I thought it was goofy. Didn't imagine it was gonna do so crazy, but yeah, it's a lot of fun. End city, where are you? Thanks for the hydrated dream, by the way. I do need to be drinking a bunch of water. Sorry if my horse is a little voice. Nope. Sorry if my voice is a little hoarse. Drinking some water. I just had like a 4-hour recording session doing an event on an SMP, which you guys might see some shorts on. I probably won't do a long form video on it, but maybe I'll link it in the Discord when it comes out. Fellow content creator friend is making a video on that. 4 hours, yeah, I know. Oh my goodness, my voice is so tired. Probably not going to be as long of a stream today. Our last stream went super long, just because I was having so much fun learning how Create Aeronautics works. Whoops, we made some disgusting things. No, this is beautiful, actually. Let's see. Looks, it's a blimp. It's beautiful and it's perfect, and I won't be taking any notes. That's kind of the only good thing we made. Ooh, another announcement. I should have written this down, guys. It's going to be a little messy of a start. I'm so sorry. Another announcement. I'm going to be joining a... Well, actually, this has been known, but now it's more concrete. A Create Aeronautics SMP is starting next Friday. And I will probably, 99% sure, I will be live that Friday for the start of the SMP. A lot of fellow creator friends, and we're going to have a bunch of different mods on that server. Create Aeronautics, I know that they have the Big Cannons mod, which lets you put like turrets on your airships and planes, and you can do dogfights and stuff. That's going to be genuinely so much fun. That's the only other mod that I remember seeing, but there's a bunch of other smaller ones, mostly Create focused. Again, I'm not very good at Create. It's been a while since I've really used Eddie Create, so I'm trying to get back into it. I was slamming my head into a wall last stream trying to figure out some, sort of simple things. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So next stream is probably going to be next Friday. That's gonna be awesome. Maybe I'll stream before then, but definitely stream on Friday. There will 100% be an airship and blimp battle. Oh, we're gonna get up to some crazy shenanigans. It's gonna be a really good time. I'm excited, and hopefully meeting some new people, which, guys, I'm not a very socially skilled person. Let's word it that way. I'm so awkward, and meeting new people is a struggle, but it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be worth it. And we're gonna get up to some shenanigans. And today, we're gonna be getting up to testing out some minigame ideas for that server. Are you gonna play multiplayer? Not today. Today we are doing a single player world where I'm testing out minigame ideas. The card looks complicated. Oh boy. It kind of ended up that way because I was trying to make it as small as possible, so it's extremely compact. But it's actually fairly it's not too complicated. I'll show you the better design in a second here. No way you're socially awkward, you talk so smooth. Well, I really appreciate the vote of confidence there. Guys, don't tell chat Wait, yeah, chat, don't tell chat. I've been so nervous to start these last streams. Guys, I have freaking presentation anxiety. I don't know why I'm a streamer. It doesn't really make sense. But you give me rec rap vibes for some reason. That is the sweetest compliment I've ever gotten. What are you talking about? That's so sweet, thank you. Actually, I think a high school friend of mine said that once. He said that, he said I give rec rap vibes, but the content I'd make is more, who did he compare it to? It was some redstoner, obviously, because that's my main thing. Yeah. Are you in JS Create SMP2? Just Create? I've heard of that SMP. I think I've seen a video of theirs. No, I'm not in that SMP. I'm in the CoMake SMP, which is me and there's too many people. I'm not going to name them all. Basketball's a minigame. Ooh, that's a cool one, actually. Using like Create stuff or like Sable physics. That's very cool. What was I happy about? I'm in the CoMake SMP and I'm going to be in the 4-week Aeronautics SMP, which is going to be starting next Friday, going for about a month, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm so excited. I'm going to make... Okay, so here's the plan for this stream. I really should write these intros and like what I'm trying to say at the start down. It's going to be a bumpy road, gamers. So just get used to it. What are we gonna do today? Today, first things first, I promised a forklift last stream. Well, I didn't promise. I said I was gonna try to make a forklift last stream. I don't know why. I really wanna make a forklift and get Forklift Certified. So today we're gonna start with the forklift, okay? Then, depending on how well that goes, if I'm even able to do that, I have a couple other ideas. There's the potential of me trying to make like an automatic blimp that can steer and stuff, because I didn't play around at all with like the automatic like navigation and the gyroscopic nonsense. So that would be cool to have that skill set and knowledge before getting into the SMP and stuff, right? Make an airship, a big blimp of a boat. I did try making an actual boat last stream. It worked, you know, like it technically worked. Like it was afloat and it moved. It just sort of kept trying to do a wheelie in the water, and most boats aren't really built to handle doing a wheelie in the water, right? So that's how that boat ended. We're gonna have fun. We have fun here, all right? Oh my goodness. Do you guys like my forklift? I built this just for the thumbnail, and I was struggling so much with it, I had to look up a freaking forklift building tutorial, because guys, I'm not a builder. Don't know if you know about this. Not a builder. Or don't know if you know this about me. Not a builder. But I think it looks fine because obviously, I mean, I used a little like a tutorial or slash an image reference. It is not functional at all. The wheels aren't connected to anything and the steering wheel isn't either. And there's technically a seat. So like you could sit down and it looks like a forklift, right? The forklift we make today is going to be it's going to be functional. It's probably going to be ugly though. I'll be honest. Get is nearly impossible. The go-kart is almost this size. It's a little bit larger front-wise. So our forklift is going to be like a 5x6 or something. I thought it was functional. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You need like here. Let's go check out the go-kart we built last time, and I'll talk about why it's not functional. We're making it functional. Yeah, Yas Queen. Wheels in Minecraft. Yeah, so we are using the Create Aeronautics. Where is it? The Create Aeronautics mod, which is a very recent Create add-on that's been released like 2 weeks ago or something at this point, maybe 3, which adds here. Let me give you a cool little example. We've got wooden we got wooden propellers that you can put on freaking airplanes. Look at this. It's so cool. You can build planes, you can build boats, you can build cars, you can build blimps, you can build hot air balloons. So that's what we're going to be playing around with today. How many OSHA violations does this forklift create? Fantastic question. Currently quite a few. I don't have the forklift anymore. He's gone. Currently quite a few. It's not very safe. It's not even functional though. So I guess actually it's not safe, but it's not that dangerous either. So we're hitting a nice middle ground here. So you can build anything, sort of. I mean, I don't think you could build a rocket ship. You probably can, honestly. There's no rockets, but using like propellers and stuff, like you could try to make a rocket ship. Thank you so much for the follow and the subscriptions, guys. Red Dragon Sky, Gustam Bito, Mr. Bear, Jibril B, Minjam. Appreciate you all very, very much. Another small announcement. I feel like I talked about this last time. We're gonna not have chat or alerts on the screen for at least the foreseeable future, just because, again, like the TOS nonsense. Don't know what to do about that. Plus, I think it's just better for the VOD viewing experience to have it be clean. Also, if anyone says anything that I don't want to be in the VOD, right? Some like rando comes in and says something terrible, and it popping up on screen will be a problem. You understand? I don't have to explain myself to you. I do what I want, and you want to know what I want to do? I want to build a forklift. Guys, I can't talk. I have no idea what OSHA is. OSHA. It's an American thing, pretty sure. Don't know what it stands for. It's the let's make up an acronym. The Overseeing Safety and Health Administration. That actually sounds like it might be right. It's like they have rules like you can't operate a forklift if you don't have a forklift certification, for example. Or if you're gonna build stairs, they have to be able to hold at least 500 pounds of weight. Something like that, right? I don't actually know what OSHA does, but the joke is dangerous workplace equals OSHA violation, haha. Didn't know you had a Twitch. Yeah, I'm currently live on both Twitch and YouTube, so pick your preference. Another thing, God, I should have written down. Oh my God, so many announcements. There's so much to talk about. The channel might be getting monetized in the next week or so, the YouTube channel, which is insane. Again, thank you all so much for the support. So we might be getting channel memberships. We might be getting the other things. I don't... Dog, what does it even do? Channel memberships, there's another, like, there's other stuff. I don't know, but that's very exciting and very cool. And thank you very much. And I hope to make it worth it for you all, everyone that has subscribed. I hope to be able to give you the content that you enjoy. All right, that's my goal. I want to respect your time and just give you fun stuff, like the freaking forklift. Congratulations, thank you, Sardina. Nice fish spinning emote. Oh my goodness. Shall we violate some OSHA regulations? Maybe we don't lead with that. Okay, so here is the go-kart. All right, this is what we built last time. It's a beauty. It's not. It's a little bit ugly. We have the smallest tires and wheels going on. We do have 2 engines, which you might think... Oh goodness, hold on. Let me prop this bad boy up. We have 2 engines, which you might think isn't the best for like making it smaller. God, how do I show this? Let me open up the underside, because there's actually no reason for me to like cover this up, really. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, you can't see this is the engine. We have an engine here and an engine here. Since it's symmetrical, we can have 2. Does that make sense? Like normally you'd think to make it as small as possible, you only use 1, but we have 2 sides that were open because the central block is converting rotational power. So we have spinny rods down the middle, and they connect to the wheels in the front and the wheels in the back, because the wheels are an entire block and then the actual tire sticks out. So 1 block for the wheel holder, 1 block to give it power, rotational power, and then 1 block for the other one. So the smallest car possible, I believe, is only 3 blocks wide. I think we could have shrunk it forward and back a bit, but it's fine. I don't mind it being a little bit longer than it is. And around the wheels, what the heck is this? Who's sending? What's happening? What's happening? Guys, we will be getting better moderation for the channel very soon. I'm very sorry that I am just doing nonsense all by myself. I'm sorry, okay. Smallest tires? Yes. Comically large forklift. We're gonna have a pretty large forklift. Because here's the thing, at the end of the day, the go-karts being small is because we want to make a like go-kart track that people can race on, and the bigger the carts are, you like exponentially need more space because you want at least 2 cars to be able to fit like on the road or whatever. So we wanted it to be as tiny as possible so like people could race if we end up doing this. And if we have a huge track, it's just going to be a nightmare to build in survival. The server's only going to be up for like 4 weeks, so we need to be small. The forklift, on the other hand, we don't really need a huge like play area for a forklift based minigame. So the forklift being large is fine. It also, I really haven't thought about how I'm going to make the forklift itself work, like the lift part of the fork. I have 2 ideas on how to do that with Create, but we'll see. I don't know if it's going to be possible. Have you tested it? If you're talking about the forklift, I have not tested it. If you're talking about the go-kart, Yes, it is functional, unless I've broken it since the last stream. Should be... Aha! Look at this bad boy. How do I zoom out more? Look at that. We even put license plates on the back because I realized you could do that, and it looks cool, and it doesn't take up any more space. So the way this is currently working, we have a ton of these, like... Here, let me... I'm always so confused about how to exit these things. Around every wheel, we have a bunch of these redstone links. These are wireless redstone receivers, because when you power a wheel, you can do three things. You can brake to stop it at the top. If you power it from the side, or the front or the back rather, it'll turn left or right. So each wheel needs, on the front, needs 3 redstone links around it. All right, we have this one to brake, turn right, and then turn left. This link is powering the block, hard powering, which then does power the wheel. So that's why we're able to get this nice flat thing here. The back wheels don't have to turn, so we only need the brakes on them. And then on the inside, we need the rotational power to actually spin the wheels. The engines are supercharged with blaze cakes, because that's a thing you can do in Create Mod. You make cake out of blaze rods or something like that, and it makes things go burr. This goes burr even harder because it's super powered. So that speeds it up, and I believe we also have a... Since we're using, what's this called? An adjustable chain gear shift to give the rotational power forward and back, we can actually power these like little red squares, and it'll change the gear ratio and make it go faster. So that's what this does. So whenever you're going forwards, it'll double the speed. So that's why it's able to go so fast despite being so small. The forklift we're not going to need to make super fast, but we do have, you know, a lot of options, and this is the smallest it can be. We do have, what's this called? A linked typewriter. This is a really cool thing that Aeronautics adds. It's like having a remote control, but it's a magical typewriter, and you can have like almost 100 freaking keybinds set up. And each of them goes to a different redstone output. So that like W is 2 redstone torches. I made it like all doubles just to have the test. These are all different buttons. Left shift. Oh yeah, let me see. Oh boy. It landed on the fence. Disaster. I believe if I power this, space does nothing currently, but shift will break. So you could let go of W, and then you'll be in like neutral, and you'll just slow down slowly. Or if you hold shift, you'll activate the brakes and you'll stop way faster. So that's like pretty decently easy to do. We're gonna need all of this for the forklift, except for the things that make it go faster, because we do not need to make it speeded up. Crown, yes, I agree, Mechanical Man. Welcome in, dude. Love using blaze cakes for fuel. Also in survival, don't forget to give the engines access to getting fuel. Yes, that is why we left it open on the side. We might leave it open on the side too. One of the biggest issues with this go-kart is the fact that if a player just sits down and then goes to like click on the typewriter, you could accidentally right click any of these redstone links and then you'd break them, because right clicking it will remove the like frequency on either the top or the bottom. So that's a potential issue. There's really no way to not do that without making it larger, which is a design constraint for us to consider when we're actually making this. But we're not here to talk about go-kart. We're here to talk about oh my goodness, wow, I gave that a little bit too much force. Oh no, disaster. Let me fix you. Boop. I can fix her. And the her is the forklift. What am I saying? Important question. Can you drift the go-kart? That's a fantastic question. I do not think so, unfortunately. I do not know how you would make it drift, but it's got too much like friction. It's too stable. Let's see. If I had a higher gear shift or something, maybe. I don't really know how drifting works, to be honest. Do you have reverse gear yet? Yes, we can go backwards. It is... Oh no, this is another weird thing. If you go backwards, it's in half speed, just because of the way it's set up currently. But if you go backwards and turn, you go at full speed. So for some reason, if you want to go fast backing up, you just like... You hold left and right and you'll go faster backing up. That's a weird thing that hopefully probably maybe won't matter for the actual go-karts. But that's a strange thing that happens just because of the way I wired the redstone. Insane downforce. Do you have a driving license? In real life, yes. In Minecraft, no one's ever given me one, but I'm driving the go-kart. I don't think you need a license for go-karts typically, so it should be fine. Now, for us to start creating this go-kart, what we're gonna do, and I know there's a better way to do this, but I think it's funny when I do this. What we're gonna do, is there a single like full block? These are all covered in panels. You're a full block. So for those of you that are new to the Create Aeronautics experience, This is a physics assembler. You put it on a block or multiple blocks, and then you hold right click, and it's like grabbing the lever, and then you move your mouse up to crank the lever, and it becomes a physics object. So this stone block can now be punched around, it can be nudged into, it can fall over if I'm strong enough. Yeah. Am I strong enough? Yes. And this is like the core of how the physics works. And it's super awesome. And then whenever you don't need something like this, instead of breaking it, you can just do this. Where'd it go? Shoot. I actually failed miserably at throwing that. Yeah. And it's gone. And we never have to worry about it again. Actually, I wouldn't do that on a multiplayer server because that's gonna lag the crap out of the server if you have just a ton of stuff lying around. You do because of the size of the car. It's classified as a car. Oh, I see. Wish physics was this easy. Real. Imagine the minigame, someone goes full backwards on the track using the wiggle technique. The wiggle technique is max speed compared to the front. It does reach the same speed as going forwards, but that would be an awesome like challenge mode if someone's like really good at the go-karts. It's like, okay, you have to drive backwards now. Milk, welcome in. Bro's too popular for the draw. Bro's too popular for the draw for channel points. Gotta put it for donos. Oh my goodness. I don't have any donation redeems over on Twitch. For those of you that are new, I used to have a channel point redeem over on Twitch where it was like a fairly high amount. You could redeem a thing where I would like pause the stream and I would draw whatever your request was in MS Paint in like 5-10 minutes. And we only did it like 3 times and it was a disaster every single time. There's some clips that are still up from that and I might still make a short on it because it was really funny, a couple of them. Thank you for all the redeems. Thanks for checking in. If you're over on Twitch, and this will be added on YouTube soon, as soon as I get to it, honestly. I have a bot that's tracking how many times people have been to streams. If you want to check in, if you want to claim that you were the first here, bots keeping track of all of that. Currently only on Twitch, because I only recently started streaming, but we'll get that up on YouTube very soon. Absolutely. Let me chug some water. Thank you for the hydrate redeems, because I will forget to drink water. And I'm a serial yapper. I can't stop yapping. We haven't even started the go-kart. I mean, the forklift. Ah, sure. You have to set your donos up? Oh, I do. I do. Make a blimp consume that liquid. Bring it back. The MS Paint thing? Oh my goodness. Maybe for donations, yeah. How does your mic not get dry after 30 seconds? Couldn't tell you, man. I had a 4-hour recording session before this. Like, the voice is tired. We're not gonna be able to go for 5 hours this time. And I also think it's probably not good to stream for that long every single time. We'll try to do at least 2 hours, probably not more than 4. That's the range we're looking for today's stream. Now, guys, oh my goodness, I actually cannot stay on track. TLDR, physics assembler, physics assembles. Physics assembler can also physics deassemble. This is now not a physics object. I can't interact with it anymore. This is now normal blocks in the world. And there's a little bit of a glitch where it duplicates redstone links sometimes, which I definitely won't use to my advantage in the server and duplicate it and become a bajillionaire. Sardina, if you're watching, she's one of the mods on the server. I'm joking, it's a joke. You can need someone to build a go-kart track. I'm obsessed with motorsports. Yeah, we definitely do. I think it'd be super cool if we had a bunch of different people make different tracks on the server. If we end up doing the go-kart thing, which at this point, I mean, it seems like it is one of the easiest things for me to do in terms of like survival, because we're gonna be in survival. We have to get like all the resources for this. You are off track, please go back on the track so you're on track. That's true. The track is over there. I also have a bot that's saying join the Discord over on Twitch, and that's supposed to be over on YouTube too. If anyone's interested in joining the Discord, we have a cool little community that's going over there, and it is currently linked in the YouTube stream description if you want to hop through there. I'll also like put a pinned comment probably for the VOD afterwards. Yeah, why can't I delete messages? I don't know. We need a welcome chat. Oh. Chat, those of you that are here, you guys get to vote. It's not a democracy for everybody else, but it's a democracy for you. Do we want a welcome channel in the Discord? Because I personally do not like welcome channels, just because it's like, oh, an annoying channel that I have to mute. But I can also understand welcome messages spamming general being a problem. So if I'm in the minority and everyone else says, please make a welcome channel, I'll do it. I will. Okay, lock in. Forklift time. what was I saying? I was saying that I do this in a very stupid way. Instead of using like a schematic, for example, I'm just going to do a clone message. Now that this is a real physical object, so instead of having to rebuild it or instead of making a schematic or anything, I can clone all the blocks and then like physics assemble it over here. Ba ba ba. Boom. So now we should have 2 go-karts. Oh goodness, they both use the same frequency. Goodness gracious. Sorry, I just blew into the mic. Oh, I'm so sorry if that was loud. I didn't see if it exploded the thing or not. Oh dear. Let's physics reassemble this bad boy. Boop. Oh no, I've done a bad thing. I have to honey glue this. Oh no. Here we go. So with the honey glue, we can now select a large area, and that's all glued together. We can also scroll to pull it over this way, push it over that way. And we're gonna get all of the go-kart. So we're gonna start with the go-kart as the base, and we're gonna turn it into a forklift. And so I don't have to worry about changing all the frequencies. We're probably just gonna move this like somewhere else. And we're gonna have a forklift area elsewhere in the world. So reassemble this bad boy. Should be good. So now, if we physics reassemble this, where do I put this? Did I get rid of the... You should be glued. Yes, you are glued. Very good. If I physics reassemble this, we're going to have a weird scenario going on here. Where if I move this go-kart, because they're both in the same frequencies, we're moving both go-karts. Oh, that's so funny. Is that a problem? We're going to have to take this go-kart and turn it into a forklift elsewhere, right? Teleport somewhere else. Let's carry this bad boy with us, shall we? Let the race begin. Oh, but then... Am I this lazy? Yeah, I'm too lazy. Let's move elsewhere. Question, what's a frequency? Yeah, it's a Create mod thing. So Create mod adds redstone links, which is wireless redstone transmission. And each redstone link will have a blue frequency and a red frequency. So you assign each frequency to a Minecraft item. So let's say one redstone link is cobblestone. So then every redstone link that has cobblestone will respond to redstone links that are outputting on the same frequency. So you can have wireless redstone, and that's how you like connect stuff to each other. So all of the redstone links here, all of these bad boys, we have like blue buttons, red buttons, yellow buttons, writer or a remote control. And then you can control go-karts and stuff. Where are we gonna have our freaking forklift land? We need a spot. What's up? Hello, W. Welcome in, Christine, OMQ, and Nomses. Hello, hope you're having an awesome day. Welcome to the stream. We have to give our go-kart a different license plate. Our forklift, I mean. Forklift 6. No! I missed 68. There we go. And we're gonna change the color. We're gonna make it yellow. Yes, that's very forklift coded. There we go. Seems like as good enough a spot. We have to be at like 120 blocks away. I'm pretty sure we're far away enough in order for this to not start controlling the other go-kart over there. I keep ungluing things by scrolling while I'm sprinting. Is my car okay? You wouldn't unglue a car. Okay, let's get rid of this. It means each player can individually control a part of something. Like player 1 is forward. Yes, that is very astute of you. Yes, I have a fantastic minigame idea that hopefully we'll get to test today, which is going to be 2 players or teams of 2, depending on some logistical stuff, where they both have to operate a vehicle together and the controls and the information are split between the 2. That's going to be super fun. First of all, we're gluing a car and not using bolts. Yes, that is correct. Hello, forklift. I'm gonna make a giant area. I do need world edit. That is a great point someone made. World edit would be super helpful here, but I've also never used world edit, so I really wouldn't know how. Here we go. Let's see. Let's strip this down to its bare essentials, which it pretty much already is because it's so small. Should I have started from scratch? I know I just put a ton of work to bring this go-kart over here to use it as a base, but should I just start from scratch? Because we are gonna have to change like a lot of stuff, actually. Maybe I do that. Maybe we put you on the side and we'll maybe get back to you. but it'd also be good for the learning experience for me to relearn everything. I forget people can be employed. Silk is not a mechanic. Here's the thing, if you unglue what's assembled, it's going to be fine, it'll stay together. That's what I thought, that's what it looked like, but I also didn't want to risk it. So unemployed that I was referencing me. Start from scratch. Yeah, let's start from scratch. And then, you know, new people, you can follow along. Here's how you build a forklift. Welcome into my Minecraft tutorial. Let's start with the default tire size, not the small one. And we might have to upgrade to the large one later, but for now, this should be fine. The off-road section, guys, look how cool this menu is. We have these 3 different sections: simulated, which is core physics stuff; aeronautics, which is all the flight and floating stuff; and then off-road, which is just cars. And if you hover over the like picture, it'll be a little bit animated. That's such a nice little detail of like, yeah, we can make it animated and look nice, but if you don't like it or it's distracting or it takes up resources or something, it's only if you hover over it. Oh, these developers are awesome. Multiple tires, small front tires. We could actually, that's maybe not a terrible idea. We could do multiple sizes. I'm gonna start with, actually, yeah, I'm gonna start with the same size, and then we'll see if we can do that, if we need more space somewhere. What else do we need? A directional gear shift. This was something that saved me a lot of time. Someone in chat pointed out a directional gear shift. It's like a more compact way of doing multiple things, like changing the direction of rotational power and stopping it, like when you need to stop the engines. So that's going to be super helpful. Obviously, we need a physics assembler. Steering wheel. I don't know what we're going to do about the controls. We'll get to that later. First, we need to actually build the forklift, and we need it to be strong enough to lift stuff. Oh goodness, I forgot. I need to actually make the forklift lift stuff. Disaster. Let's build it out of andesite casing because that's going to look the nicest, at least for now. We're also going to, instead of having to glue stuff, we're going to turn you into a physics object, suspend you in the sky, and then we'll just restart here. Oh boy, is my bitrate exploding? Is the stream okay? What's going on? I'm getting a ping. I think it's fine. It looks fine. I should probably have my stats up. Surely I would know if the stream just explodes. Again, expect technical difficulties because multi-streaming for like the 2nd time ever. And who knows what stats is going to happen. I'm going to eat a little bit of a tangerine. Give me a second. Excuse me. The little wand thing is silly. It is. This is a creative mode only thing. Just makes it like super easy for you to be able to like move stuff around, freeze it in place so you can pause the... Oh, thank you for the hydrate. Sorry, I was chugging my freaking tangerine because the little wand thing comment made me laugh. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Yeah, creative mode only thing. Locks it in place. There are ways to accomplish this in survival with other blocks, like I believe the docking station lets you like power it, and then 2 different like physics objects or vehicles will try to connect to each other and like hold each other in place. Welcome back, Case. I'm eating noodles. Heck yeah! Hope the noodles are super epic. I used to eat so many freaking noodles in in college. Recommend creating hangers with rope pulleys. Yeah, that would be so cool actually. Having a hanger bay and then you use like ropes to hold it down and stuff. That'd be very, very cool. Dr. Nothing with the resident sleeper. That's freaking rude, man. I'm having a good time. I want a snack, but it's 2:37 a.m. Oh my goodness. Get to sleep. What the heck? Forget the snack. Get some rest. What the heck was I doing here? Let's build a freaking forklift. We're gonna just assume that it's going to be large, right? I said it's at least like 5x6. So we do like this or something. Boop, boop, and boop, and boop. So that's like a pretty good base. That's kind of a chunky forklift, but it's what we're gonna have to do. Thank you for the follow, Restless Right Go over on Twitch. Which, how about having a carrier airship to carry the forklift? Dang, I mean, in survival, that could be a thing. For now, we're just gonna be making the forklift. Oh, I forgot the freaking tires on this bad boy. Must be placed. Yeah, I know where it must be placed. I'm good at it. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. These are not much larger than the small ones. Am I crazy or is this the same size? No, it's definitely larger. Yeah, I'm crazy. It's just because the body itself is way larger. Which of your children do you like more, Twitch chat or YouTube chat? I wish there was a way for me to mute on only one of the chats so I could tell each chat that they're my favorite. I don't have a favorite, okay? You can't pick favorites betwixt your children. You both cause problems and you're both full of awesome people. So, you're both tied in my heart. Forklift yippee, yeah, here we go. Welcome in, it's CD. Okay, first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna get some redstone links up in here, and we're just gonna get this thing running, and then we'll worry about the forklift. So this will be pretty much the same as before. What are we gonna use as our frequencies? Let's do like cobblestone and stone and smooth stone. We gotta have a theme for our redstone links, you know? It's definitely not gonna confuse me even more. Good question, is an A5 14th gen a 4050 mobile enough for streaming? I have no idea. I'm so sorry. I think yes. I don't recognize the graphics card, but I actually don't know. I would have to research it. I'm sorry, I don't know. Here we go. We need a front and we need a back. So we're gonna actually start by getting this bad boy. I'm so sorry. Oh, is it gonna be saved? I hope it's gonna be. Dude, this is so cool. If you only have one of these things, what are these called? Nameplates. If you only have one, it'll like shorten it to the first two, and then you add more. I broke it. If you add more, it's like keeps going, and then it keeps going. Like, that's so cool. And this will stay the same across anywhere you put this on the vehicle. So we can have like a small one in the front, larger in the back or something. I love this. It's such a cool feature. Here we go. Let's get redstone links up in this bad boy. So the back wheels, we only need brakes. So redstone link on each of you and set each of you to receiver mode with a right click. And our brakes are going to be obsidian because we're only going to need it like once or twice. Did I just like ghost place obsidian? That's strange. So that's the brakes. Let me get a remote control also. So the brakes are going to be what? Spacebar or shift? I did shift. Boop. Okay. Good start. Next, what should we do next? I think we don't need turning for the back wheels, so you guys are fine. Like this. We could do turning next. Sure, let's do turning next, just to get the redstone links out of the way, because that's going to take a lot of space. Boop. Okay, so when we redstone power the front and the back of each of these, we will turn either to the right or to the left. We're gonna do which stone is which? Let's do stone and smooth stone for the turns. I always forget which way it makes it turn. This is gonna pull it towards it, I think. Whatever, let's just test it. So if we hold right, I think that'll make it turn right. Correct, good. And then we want the opposite on this side. And then we'll do stone for the other sides. This. Boop. So now left is stone. Beautiful. So now if I do this, we should turn left and we should turn right. It's beautiful. Is that too much of a degree change for this tiny forklift? I feel like we need more like back weight. We're definitely gonna need a really heavy freaking vehicle for us to be able to pick stuff up, depending on how light it is. We'll see. Wonder if redstone's canonically an ecological hazard, like oil. It's probably not safe. It's probably closer to like electricity. Like if you like ate redstone dust, it'd probably like sizzle or something. Also, the fact you're a redstone makes this so much better to look at. Block placing is higher paced. That's funny. Still haven't moved on to... Needs more back weight. Yeah, I think so too. We'll probably back this up. But right now, we have all of the inputs correct, I think, right? If we break... Yeah. So before we do that, let's get some rotational stuff going on in here. With one of these, we're gonna use the gear shift one because this was super handy last time. So the way this works... Let me give a little example. Bam, bam, bam. Slash... A reminder, you know. Actually, instead of a hand crank, I'm going to use a creative motor. So, This should carry the same like rotational power across everything on it. And then if you power the first one, it'll speed up everything else. And if you power one of the other ones, it'll slow down just that one. So using this, we can, is this the forklift? Yeah, sorry. It looks the same as the go-kart right now. Using that, we can send rotational power down the thingy, and later we can speed things up and slow things down. Let's get a shaft here, because then we have the wheels connected. And right now, everything's going to spin the same way, and that is exactly what we want. We can also cover this up with andesite like that. Make it look a little bit nicer. Are Yo Mama jokes considered inappropriate? No, I don't think so. But B, it depends on how far the joke goes. Does redstone always act as an electrical input in this mod? Does it replace fuel? Stupid question? Not a stupid question, no. There's a different source of power, which is rotational power, which is more kinetic, and that's how you do things like rotating wheels. Redstone is used for logic, like turning the wheel or activating the brakes on the wheel. So we're gonna have to have a motor up in here. That's not what it's called. What do we call it? An engine, which is a portable and fairly cheap way to create rotational power, but you have to keep feeding it like coal and stuff. Whereas with most other stationary power sources, it's like infinite, like a water wheel. You'll never have to fuel the water wheel because the water in Minecraft is always flowing. Let me get some more water up into his house. There is some perpetual motion stuff, like, you know, water will always flow because Minecraft. Campfires will always produce heat because Minecraft. So that's how you're able to have like quote unquote infinite power sources for rotational energy. In the same way that, you know, redstone is always powered or what have you. We're gonna put the engine in the back because, okay, it's currently not going the way I wanted to, and I think we can use a wrench to turn it. Nope, the wrench breaks it. Okay, so we're gonna have to get a shaft up in here, and then we'll have our engine, which is now, yep, connected that way. Shaft like this, and then did I put the engine? Yeah, okay, so we'll go forwards one, and then we'll do this. So both of these, do they have to go in the same direction or opposite directions? I think they have to spin in opposite directions. We'll see. I'm gonna use blocks of coal because I think that's the most like the most dense fuel source for this. And then let me cross-reference it with my beautiful little go-kart over here. Right after the motor. What the heck is this? Am I inside a gearbox? That's so cursed. That's cool though. Where are my motors hiding? Here. Right after the motor, we have, I'm just gonna break you, I'm so sorry. So first we have the directional gear shift. This is the super fancy compact one that has two different things you can power. When it's unpowered, it's like, it does not give rotational, it'll stop it. It'll relay motion normally when you power one side, and if you power the opposite side, it flips. Yes, it flips, beautiful. So that's gonna be super, super useful. And then right after it, we have a gearbox. Is this the only logic thing we need? There's no way. Oh, it is, right, because we have the, yeah. So right after the engine, we have you, and you're almost certainly not the right way right now. You are, okay, you're the right way that way at least. Lever over here. And let's just copy it again. I think we had the red dot part on the top. Yes. So now with a wrench, mayhaps we can... No, not that. Yes, beautiful. So we put the red side up. That should work just fine. Would a completely redstoneless contraption be possible in Create? Yeah, sure. It's just not gonna have a lot of like logic to it. There's definitely stuff you can do. New Lamborghini model, that's funny. For forklift, one engine is enough. Yeah, but it's symmetrical because we're sending power down the middle, so the rotational power that is. So there's no reason not to, I guess. Although for survival, I guess, yes, it actually might be beneficial to not use two to power it. But for now, it's fine. So we need redstone links above and to the side of you. Right. What? On the above it'll flip it, and on the underside it'll power it. Okay, so. Whoops. I started driving for a second. Don't you hate when you accidentally start driving your car? Okay, so links above, links below, set you both to receiving. So what is our forwards rock? I think cobblestone. Nice and classic. I already forgot which one is which. Okay, so the way I have it set up, you will go forwards, unless the engines could very well be facing the opposite direction that it normally is, and then this is backwards, but it's fine. What's another stone-like block? How am I already out of stone-like blocks? Deep slate. Yes, beautiful. Deep slate is backwards because I don't know. And then we'll set up you, so deep slate backwards and cobblestone forwards. Now we feed our engines. Boop. So we should have the engines turning, but this won't relay power until we hold forwards. And then they're both turning. They're turning in opposite directions right now, which I think is intended. And if I do this, they change which way they go. Gorgeous, gorgeous stuff. And we're not accidentally powering this. Very good. It's very nice. Tough. That's a good one. Tough. That's another good stone block, which we will definitely need for the actual forklifting part. So this should be like a drivable vehicle. Nope, I haven't actually connected the power yet. We just need a gearbox, and then it should drive. Boop, boop. Let's see. Are the engines going to break if I do this? No. Okay, it's all going the same way. It is, in fact, currently backwards. So we're going to... Can I use a wrench while you have redstone links on you, or are you going to hate me? Please don't hate me. Okay. Beautiful. So now... Actually, should I have done that? That might have been stupid. Where's my gearbox? Boop, boop. So the gearbox does is it takes rotational force from here, going to turn it sideways on both sides. So now the engines should be connected to all the wheels, and if I do this, we go forwards, and if I do this, we could turn right. And it is really slow. This is a slow forklift. Oh my goodness. You know, honestly, maybe we should have made it skinnier. We'll see. We'll get to that. Okay. The forklift moves. Now... now it's time for the hard part. Now it's time for the part that I'm not sure how the heck I'm going to do. The actual forklift on the front. So I have two ideas. One of them is going to sound stupid, and it probably is stupid, but I might as well embarrass myself. Is the elevator pulley. I need to check. If it has like distinct spots that it stops at, like always at the top and bottom, it's not going to work. It also uses like a rope, but it's like a sturdy rope, so maybe. And then the other one is the mechanical piston. I think those are the two best bets for things that are going to like lift something in a straight axis, like straight up and then straight down. We could... No, a rope pulley is going to be like... Actually, the rope pulley might do this, what I'm looking for with the elevator thing. So we'll try the stupid things first. If it took us an hour to get to the easy part, how long were the hard part? Well, I was yapping for a while. The easy part only took like 5 minutes because I'm also copying that. So now we need to make the actual... Oh, goodness. So I had this idea. You can use a slime ball to... If I have a physics object, like this iron bar is now a physics object. If I use a slime ball, if I click on like this, and then I click on like this, out of range, let's get it closer. I can pull from this end to here, and it'll try to glue itself, and it'll connect itself. When I first saw that, I really thought that you could do a funny little something where you take an iron bar like this, and you slap it to the front. But unfortunately, the game knows that iron bars aren't supposed to face that way. And that was going to give us like really skinny forklift prongs, forks, whatever you call the stabby part of the forklift. Guys, I should have studied forklifts before this stream. So we can't use the iron bars for that. I think we're going to start with trapdoors or copycat panels, which are the same size. I think. Let's see. Stay on the floor, on the floor, on the floor, on the, am I stupid? I might be stupid. Whatever, man. There, I solved it. There, now they're the same. Yeah, 3 pixels this way and then full block, yeah. So the same size, so we can use them interchangeably. The copycat panel is just like a create mod block that lets you... How do I... Dude, actually, how do I, like, turn this copycat panel? Ah, wrong button! No! So I'm like, if I right-click, it's normal. If I shift right-click, it's still normal. I swear there was a way to... Dude, I'm so stupid. I'm beyond stupid. I'm embarrassing myself. Boop. Fall over, and then... No, wrong side! And then... Dude, this thing has no range. Is there a larger range version of the slime ball? Oh, I could use shafts. Wait, I literally did that for the forklift, didn't I? Oh, I'm gonna freak out! Okay, we're using... Oh, shafts. Oh, I thought you were thinking of these steps. These both actually... I think either of these would work. Yeah, I think either of these would work. These are pretty good. Which of these is skinnier? I think the shaft is skinnier. I think let's start with the panel, just because then we can color it whatever we want. We'll make it, I use Blackstone for the forklift over there. Wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. Why am I building the fork? I need to build the lift first, actually. So let's test out how the create mod stuff works, shall we? Let me ponder the elevator pulley. Elevator pulleys can move structures vertically between marked locations. Okay, so that is not what I want. I believe the rope pulley is the opposite and similar. Rope pulley goes down, connects to something. It can move blocks vertically when given rotational force. And it defaults to pulling, I guess? Or no. Direction and speed of movement depends on the rotational input. With the help of glue, yeah. Does it ever disconnect? I'm wondering how you, like, disconnect it. I guess I could use this. This is kind of how forklifts work. Instead of a rope, though, it's like a chain or something. I'm guessing. I don't know anything about forklifts. I'm guessing. So that's one option. The other option is the mechanical piston. The sticky mechanical piston. They can move blocks in front of them. So same thing. It can connect to, like, multi-connected stuff. Speed and direction. When it's sticky, it can connect. Can pull the... Yeah. So these are pretty much the same thing, except that the rope is purely vertical. A rope winch might be more useful than a rope pulley here if you want to work with sub-levels. A sub-level. Do you mean like different Sable instances? Is that what that's referred to as? Because I believe what did you say, pulley or winch? The rope winch. Yes, because that is new with Create Aeronautics. Oh, the issue here is that it's not, the rope is very, like, flexible, and the forklift, I think we're going to need to be, like, stable. But these are really cool. I love the physics behind these. Reel in and pull out the attached rope. These are going to be so useful. This is going to be crazy to play in survival. Physics contraptions are sub-levels, gotcha. This is going to be so fun to do in survival. It's going to be really hard, though. I'm going to have to... Was that a parrot? Whoa. Was that a player or was that a parrot? Am I crazy? Someone was going between the ropes, no? It is a parrot, and it has a randomized color each time you ponder. Wait, you can lift and lower the winches, and then it'll change the direction of the travel? Oh, that's so cool. Oh my goodness. We're gonna have the base on the SMP. We have to make a bunch of different nonsensical ways to get between rooms. It's like, oh, you want to go to the super smelter? You actually have to take the the rope winch zip line. Oh, you want to go to the storage room? That's the catapult launcher. There's so much nonsense you can make. Okay, so let's start. I don't think the rope winch is going to work because it's flexible, and we want the, like, prongs of the forklift to stay still. I swear my old physics teacher would adore you. That's sweet. What the heck makes you say that? I don't know anything about... I did take AP physics, but beyond that, my physics knowledge is very basic. TBH. So do we start with, let's start with the rope pulleys because I think they're gonna look cooler. How much space do we want out the front? Let's go. So for us to use this, oh, that's another problem with the mechanical piston is we need all the extendy bits to stick out from the back. Whereas with this, it's like one block and it controls the whole thing. So I think this is our best bet. The only issue then is we're gonna have to go up like this. I can't break these blocks now. Shoot. I'm your biggest fan. Welcome in, Slayer Matt. Hope you're having a good one. We're building a forklift, or at least trying. It's not going super well. Well, we've only just started. It's actually going fantastic. I take it back. I don't know why I'm saying that. It's just, can I rotate you? Dang it, I don't understand how the wrench is meant to rotate things. Maybe I'm just a silly goose for that. Okay, so we're actually gonna... Oh, shoot. If I, you know how in Minecraft you can, like, break and place a block in the same tick? I literally already failed it. If I do that with something that would disconnect two different Sable contraptions, will it stay connected? Let's see. It does! Gosh, that's so cool. Okay, a gearbox is actually gonna be better here. Well, is it gonna be better here? No, because it goes different ways each way, so we're gonna want either a cog or a belt. Actually, belt is awesome visually. It's gonna look really cool to have a belt coming down the front of the forklift here. Let's also get a skinnier... How do I do this? There we go. Let's get panels. Actually, wrong side. Let's get panels to connect up to this so then it's really thin. Right, like this. I don't know if it's gonna be very stable. Gotta right click on a face along the axis you want to rotate. I see. So it's not like every block that's gonna work, I suppose. Maybe I'm just expecting too many blocks to be able to interact with that. Let's see. Very nice. This is a pretty small distance for... Actually, no. I think this is perfect. I think this is actually awesome. This is gonna work so well. Maybe. Hopefully. Get some glue. We can use the normal slime glue for this. Because now we need the actual prongs. I don't... Oh, we're gonna have multiple sub-levels going on, right? So I need to build the forklift stuff like this. Did I say... No, I wasn't gonna use this. I was gonna try either shaft. Let's try with the step. Is the step always on the bottom or can you put it on the top? You can put it on the top. So we're gonna have you. Let's do like 4. Gluing together. So this is gonna be our first prong. Do that. Rotate you like this. And now how do we... Oh boy. Let's freeze... Whoops. Let's freeze you here. And then... do we want these on the outside or the inside? I guess it doesn't really matter. I think inside's gonna look a little bit cleaner. Let's do outside. Whatever. I don't know. I don't know anything. If I use a slime ball, which I did get rid of, like this, I do not think that's connected. I do not think that connected the way I wanted it to. I think it's now like glued to the other contraption and not the rope touching it. Oh dear. Oh dearie me, my computer just lagged out like crazy. Okay, never mind, it worked. We do have an issue where these are already out of sync of each other somehow, so let me pull them back up. Interesting, I think that was just lag. I think it's fine. Oh, it's like snapping to a block weirdly. Hey, Maras, welcome in. And Beffies, hello, dude. And Jews Evil, hey. You've already been chatting. I'm stupid. I just read the same chatter's name again. I'm sorry, I'm a fool. Welcome in, gamers. Look at this forklift. I think it's working. What we might end up doing is either use one winch in the middle, or potentially, if we connect... If here, please don't fall. It's gonna fall. It didn't... Huh. That does not make sense to me. Okay, now it's... Oh, dearie me. I'm working with some cursed nonsense here. Let's get a copycat panel over here. Like this. This is horrible. This is horrible. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, this is gonna be a disaster. We go out this way. Oh, goodness. I want these to be their own sub-level, but I'm pretty sure they are glued to this contraption. And my inventory is a mess. What do I not need? I don't really need tires anymore. W forklift? Hell yeah. Blocks stay connected to sub-levels diagonally. Yeah. I don't want it to be connected to this, I think. Unless the, like, winch touching it automatically connects it and it's, like, fine and part of the... Yo, look at that! Wait, this is actually... It's working. Like, visually, this looks completely fine to me. It's a little bit snappy when it goes between things, but I think that's to be expected. I think I can also change the movement mode here. Yes. Instead of always placing when stopped, place only in starting position. I'll have the starting position be all the way up. Okay, and I need both of these to do the same thing, otherwise we're gonna have huge problems. So now... Oh, it'll still snap to the first one, but it won't snap in between. It's like a little bit snappy. This should be pretty good to control. I guess this is literally all you need for a functional forklift. All things considered, we're kind of already there. The issues now are connecting this up to logic, being able to control this. Which means we're gonna have to either use a different engine for it, or we're gonna have to pull rotational force from elsewhere. And as we welcome in Long and Doy, welcome in. Are you Forklift Certified? I think you're asking too many questions. I think that's for me to know and for OSHA to hopefully not find out. Let's see, hold on. Let's see. If I get my remote control bad boy out here, and then I move around, does it look slower? I think it's slower. I think the weight is slowing it down. Oh, look how cool the like inside of this thing looks when it's like moving and turning. Look at that. Dude, this is a gorgeous, gorgeous forklift. You should make a thing that pushes things on the forklift. That would be cool. If we have the space, that would be very, very cool and helpful. Love you, streamer, because you seem like someone who would never bail on your friends. Chat, that's my friend, and I bailed on him yesterday because, because I couldn't. I'm sorry, I couldn't. It is what it is. Let's see. Ooh, forklift. Okay, so it's not falling over yet. Now, we're gonna have to carry heavy stuff, which means we're gonna need to be as stable as possible and as back heavy as possible, which means we're gonna have to figure out what the heaviest thing we need to lift is and have that be our control, our reference point. I don't know if I do that first or if I connect this up to the to being able to move it. I think we start with the logic just because I'm here, might as well. We're gonna use cogs to go sideways there. Now there's an issue where I can't use this engine because actually, how do I do this? I think what we're gonna do, bear with me, since we probably only need one engine, we're gonna break this bad boy. Well, let's see how this feels. Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing because they're both like at the same power level, or they're at the same speed. I think we have less power behind the wheels, potentially. Not actually sure. If we only need one engine, what we can then do is have, well, have a second engine that isn't for steering and is for the forklift that lifts. Place you here, and then, ooh, do we have enough? We don't have enough controls on our controller. We're gonna have to use a something else. We can either go with the, what's it called? The typewriter that gives you a ton of different controls, right? And then we can bind like a mouse button or other keyboard buttons. Or we could also make the forklift logic have something like this, where instead of being connected to controller, we have a throttle lever, and you pull it up and down. That's gonna look really cool, but I actually don't think that's gonna work. I don't think the logic's gonna... yeah, let's go with a... what's it called? A magical typewriter. Then we're gonna have to know where we stand. Where would a forklift controller be seated? Oh boy, I don't know. Whoops, that's not a gearbox. I mean, that's not an andesite. Let's just try... we can move the typewriter later. It literally doesn't matter. So, we need the same thing as the linked controller, which is cobble, deep, normal, smooth. Whoops. So let's do... what the heck did I do? I accidentally linked these two by clicking on it. That's so funny. That's an incredible feature. I cannot believe I didn't know about it and it just worked. That's sick. Okay. So now... oh, it's so slow. We might have to superpower this. Who knows? Okay. Now, we need to take this rotational force, not mess with this, because this is powering... this is there's a shaft in this andesite casing that's going from the center to the wheels on both sides. So we're gonna have to turn here, which could be a vertical gearbox. Yeah, that'll work fine. Then we'll just have a shaft going straight up. We could do a... we could do like gearbox into a chain assembly, and then instead of panels here, we'd have full blocks. But I think it's not gonna matter. Actually, here. Let's do it whatever looks coolest, and what I think is gonna look coolest is impossible. Oh shoot. These panels are kind of getting in the way. I wanted to have a belt that would come up and down. I think that would look awesome. But I don't want the belt to be what's supporting the forklift side of the forklift. Oh, so we're gonna have to do... instead, we're gonna have to do this. That's so gross. I really don't like that. Wait. We could do a... I already have it, don't I? An encased chain drive at the top, like this. Does that help me at all? Does not. I'm a fool. Put that back. Whatever, let's just get it working, and then later we'll make it, like, look nicer. Sideways. And then... oh, dear. Oh, dear. We need another gearbox. Whenever I use a gearbox, I'm like, it feels like there should be a better way of doing this. Because I know there's so many, like, different tools in Create Mod that... did I really pull 2 vertical gearboxes? I need a normal one. I don't need a normal. I actually did need a vertical one. Ah! I'm freaking... okay, here we go. And then... no. There must be a better way. Let's just take this straight up and then we turn. That'll be fine. Vertical gearbox, like so. Now, if we power this engine... oh, dearie me, no, go the other way. No, fuck the... okay. Oh, what are we doing? No, stop. What have I done? No, wrong way. Come back. No, what's happening? Come back, retract. Oh dear, I've done a disaster. Wait, okay, it's fine. It's just gonna clip back through. Oh goodness. Okay, once it's at the top, this is fine. Oh my goodness, that could have been a disaster, couldn't it? Now, I think all we need is a directional gear shift. A directional gear shift, right? This is gonna let us change which way it goes, and by default, it'll be stopped, which means we're not gonna have a disaster like that again. Is there a way for me to give it a maximum distance downwards? I really don't think so. And maybe that's fine. Maybe it's up to the forklift operator to know not to do that, right? Because in real life, you can probably overextend a forklift and do a reverse wheelie, right? I don't really know how forklifts work. Oh boy. Okay. We're gonna do this. We're gonna take a wrench. We're gonna have to turn it from this way. like so. Portal cleared box this way. I think that's correct. Yep. Now, depending on how we power this, let's get some redstone links up in his house. And let me freeze you up here. I'm gonna need a redstone link on the bottom and a redstone link on the top. So each of these will change which way the forklift itself moves. We're gonna do a tough and a smooth tough for these. There we go. Tough is this way, and polished tough. There's no smooth tough. What did I say? Polished tough? That's crazy. Then in the linked controller, this bad boy. What are we gonna have here? Let me make a custom one. And bind it to, I have a mouse button bound to plus and a mouse button bound to minus. So we'll have polished be this one, and then we'll have normal be this one. So now when I control this, neither of these are set to receive mode. So now when I control this, if I hold plus, it's going up, and if I hold down, it's going down. Yeah. Yeah, look at that. And if I keep holding plus, it'll just lock in place. If I keep holding down, let's see what happens. If I were to control this, hypothetically, and then hold down, what is it gonna do? Oh my goodness, it's actually like doing what it would do. Like you can probably do this with a real forklift, right? Oh, and I got far away enough that I stopped controlling it. That's curious. Can I keep going? What happens if I... Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, wait. It's not funny anymore. Stop. Oh, what have I done? Okay, hold on. Let's fix this. Let's fix this. Oh no. Oh no. Oh dear. Oh dear, it's happening again. We're having a forklift disaster. You guys, no one tell OSHA. Oh goodness, it's pulling itself through the blocks. Oh dear. Oh wow, you stay controlling it even in spectator mode. That's curious. Hold on. Oh wow, it's really wedged in there, huh? Oh dear. Oh dearie me. Hold on. Give us some space. Give us some. Okay, we're gonna have to get rid of some stone blocks here. Let me do this. Okay. And then, where's the forklift? Okay, it's there. Okay. Disaster averted, crisis averted. Let's go ahead and fill you. Whoops. Fill from here. All the way to here. With stone. Okay. So the forklift works. There are some disaster scenarios. For sure. This is a problem with rope pulleys if they clip to the ground. Unless you limit their... Yeah. I'm curious if I can limit that by just having a block here. If it recognizes that it'll... I broke something real bad. That's not good. Whoops. We need a shaft here. That's fine. That was actually not terrible at all. Now, if I do this... Will it... Hold on a second. Oh, it does stop. Okay, so if it hits a block that's in its own simulation space, it knows that it should stop. That's super good. That means that we can take a copycat panel, and just have it under, like this, on the underside, and that'll act as a stopper. Thing is, I want it to go one block lower, maybe? Let's see, let me put this all the way down. Yeah, it stops there. I think I want the forklift to go one block lower. Ooh. But I don't know if I'm gonna be able to have something like a copycat panel like this. That's too low with the tires we currently have. So I could do larger tires. Let me try larger tires just very briefly. I need to clear my inventory. This is too much stuff. Oop. Brush reset. Okay. So we're currently using the normal tires. And then... Let's see. Oop. Oh, please. Wait, I can just change it. I can just change it. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. If I had to break the tire block, I would have been right upset. Okay. Hey, those tires are looking a lot better for a forklift. At least with like the scale we're working on. And then this should be just barely hovering over the ground. I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like having that there. Let's lower this all the way, which is 1 block more. Yeah, this is a little bit lower relatively. I think we leave it for now. We leave it for now. And we work on what's next. And what's next, you may ask? Wow, we're gonna see if we can actually pick stuff up. I think that's what's next. Oh dear, this could be a disaster. I actually kind of want to change this around slightly. Why can't I pick block? Oh, because these aren't placed. Oh, I have to like lock this. Huh. Let's lock it there. Not on top of block a fork, but bottom blocks. Block a fork. Oh! I don't know what you mean. I'm not sure what you mean. Making it on not on top block. Oh! Oh! The fork blocks themselves, lowering them a block. That's a good shout. I was about to mess with this, so I think that actually is a great time to... Might as well test it. Because I was thinking about putting a step like this, and then coming out like this. I don't know. Let's see. Whoops, that's not what we were gonna do. But we were gonna... Dang it, bruv. Be back like this. We want a full block here, and then lower that. So let me see if I lower you. Whoops. If I lower this, still working nice and beautiful. All the way. Okay. And then let's put you down so I can see how low you go. It's already really front heavy. I do like this distance a lot more. That feels very nice. That feels very good. The issue is then we still need to have this down one. I think this is fine. I think we go with this for now. We go with lowering that. Let's raise this back up. Should I speed up this fork? No, actually. I can speed it up for now, just while I'm testing with stuff, but to operate a forklift, I don't think it should go super speed. I think it'd be better if it were going slowly. I actually don't want to use andesite alloy or casing for this. Is there another casing? Ooh, I could use a train casing. That might look cooler. Is there a way for me to remove the copycat thing? I doubt it. I'm so wise. I'm so wise. Yes. And then, dang it. And then, nice. Okay, okay, okay. Everything's looking beautiful. Everything's working great. No disasters yet. Coming out like this. I do not like that. It is much too golden. Let's try the brass casing. Might look better. Although it probably has the same issue of being very, yeah, it's very gold. Let's go with, there's like industrial iron and weathered iron. One of these is probably gonna look perfect. Let's see. Yeah, let's go with that. Let's do that. And then replace those. Perfect. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So now that looks very distinct and different. This should be on the ground, yes. So let me now... Whoops, I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. Go down. See how this bad boy looks. I can't believe it's already... Oh, that's not what we want. I'm missing a block in the middle. I'm a silly Billy. We actually could do... I keep forgetting that I have to pull this all the way up for me to keep building. I should probably raise the ratio so it goes faster for now. Temporarily. Yes, that's exactly how I want you. I think that's gonna work nice and dandy. Is there a thinner block that maybe I could use?
Oh, I think we're going to be using the like Copycats Plus mod or something, which is going to add a lot more Copycat stuff. So you know what? Let's just leave you like that for now. It's going to look a little ugly, but it's okay. We'll figure you out later. Whoops. Can't go too far. Okay. Forklift is functional. If a little bit... Oh. I spoke much too soon. Disaster. Okay. You are supposed to be glued here betwixt each other. I now remember why I had the hand crank, so I didn't have to keep like connecting to the typewriter over and over. Okay, now that's gonna work. Might as well test it all the way. Let's see. It'll stop now. Beautiful. Okay. Now let's design the things we're gonna pick up, because forklifts can't just pick up anything. They need to have like pallets under them, right? So we need to design pallets that this can fit into, and ideally with a little bit of wiggle room, so it's not like a nightmare to operate this thing. I'm gonna move these to the outside like this. I also think we're gonna have to make it a little bit longer. That should be quite all right. Let's try just extending it one more for now. Aha! Oh dear. Okay. So for us to... What the heck? Hold on, I gotta glue these things. This is why people use honey glue. This is why I should have used honey glue. Because then I could just extend this. Now it should be glued. So if we go all the way down, we'll see what the height is looking like right now. Because this should be positioned such that it's like aligned to a block. Oh dear, oh dear. It's hard to tell where the blocks start and end. Let me do a little checkered pattern here. So that is aligned to a block. Perfect. No, why did I do that? Why did I do that? Can't grab it because it's a different thing. Okay. So, for us to be able to lift you, we're going to have a lower section of copycat panels or trapdoors because they have to be super skinny. Like that. Let's do like oak planks because that's what a pallet looks like, I guess. And then we could do stairs because I believe what? Shoot. We need underside panels and then we have to turn it into a physics object. Let's extend you like so. And this time we're gonna honey glue it. We're not gonna use none of this. I'll do that at the end. So this should be the size of a stair. But I think we will need to give it a little bit more leeway than that. But if you had to be perfect, this is the insertion. Yes. If we do this, then horizontally you've like twice as much leeway. So I think this is gonna be good. Like that. In pallets, I don't think there is under panel. Oh, is it just... Oh. Huh, that could also be a thing. Let's try it with for now, just because the physics might be super wonky. But we can definitely try without also, if it ends up working well. Let's see. I'll try. What do you mean it's too small? What? There we go. Nope. Oh, no. Hold on. There we go. Now let's physics assemble this. So that looks like it'll work. Sort of. Let's drive forward very slowly. I have it locked. Let's unlock it. The height does not look like it's going to do me any favors here. Let's try. Okay. It looks like we need a little bit of wiggle room vertically as well. Yeah, because horizontally looks fine. And it isn't getting low enough. Ah, shoot. For us to remedy that, we'd want to make this more front heavy, and that is the opposite of what we want. We need like netherite. Or anything that's super heavy. I think iron is super heavy. Are you? Doesn't say. Let me make this a little bit back heavy to see if we can. Yeah, it's raising it up now. So we might actually need like a full block of leeway, which feels like a lot. It really does. Like, it might be too easy. But I don't know if there's any other, like... Without the copycat mods installed, I don't think we're going to be able to have, like, a size that's anywhere between a stair and a full block. Let's just test it with a full block. Let's see. So I can do this. Extend you each way. Oh my goodness, I'm not good at using these things. And then a full block like that? Yeah, that's a lot of leeway. Like, that's super easy. Let's see. Should be able to do this. Oh dear. Oh dear. Maybe this is not as easy as I... Hold on. Okay. I'm seeing the issue. So you still have to be perfect, actually. Panels like the empty space block on top inside. How about panels like in that empty space of block on top inside? Minecraft fun fact redeem. Oh goodness, Minecraft fun fact. Oh, here's a fun fact. I think I've already said this one on stream. Did you know that in the current version of Minecraft, there's only 3 underground biomes: the Deep Dark, the Drifstone Caves, and the Lush Caves. Of those 3, they all follow different spawning or like generating requirements, and only one of them can spawn under oceans. That one being, guess, any guesses? I don't want to wait. That one being Lush Caves. I'm pretty sure. Am I missing? Yeah, it's Lush Caves. Deep Darks tend to spawn under mountains and stuff, which tend to be far from oceans, although it might technically be possible. And Driftstone Caves only generate under... Their generation rule is literally far away from oceans, so they never generate under oceans. However, the next version of Minecraft is adding the Sulfur Caves and the Sulfur Cube, and that one might be able to spawn under oceans. I don't know how that one generates yet, because it's not even in the game yet. So this fun fact is subject to change. So that's a very meta fun fact, I suppose. Here. Mayhaps, what we want is... Let me just place this... Do we... like this? That's a lot of space. This might be what we have to do. That's so much space. We can also add panels on the inside like this to lower it even more. That's still a lot. Too bad we don't have vertical slabs. We might have vertical slab copycats on the server. We'll see. I could alternatively try to find something that looks like a vertical slab. Like, what the heck is a turntable? I think that's vertical only, or horizontal only. Could also do like a shaft, like here or something. Ooh, wait. Why am I kind of cooking? I don't think I'm actually cooking. I might, you know, it kind of works. Like, it kind of works. I guess let's see. How is the forklift looking if we have this? Let's see. I'm trying to like angle myself. I do this. Oh, I can't free cam while I'm on a linked controller. Okay, hold on. I think that might work. I think that might be fine. Like, it feels like it's a little bit on the easy side, but that might be okay. That might be fine. Let's try to lift the forklift now. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. No! Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, dear. Oh, no. Don't tell me this is not going to be possible. Don't tell me this whole thing isn't going to be possible. Oh, let me try extending this. And we'll see if... We'll see if it's like, if it's larger, if it works. Oh, goodness. If the physics is too janky, I'm gonna actually cry. Okay. We'll do this. Extending it this way. So it has more surface area on the actual forks, which hopefully will make it not bug out. But who knows? It also extend the size of the forklift. Should have googled the anatomy of a forklift. I'm being quite honest, so I could say things and be correct. Here, let's do all this. Holy, what is that? We are trying to make a forklift with the Create Aeronautics mod. Hello, Starbit Square, welcome in. Hello, Gia Kim. I'm so sorry. I've probably butchered so many people's names today. I'm so sorry. So this is supposed to be a panel, and it's like a physics object that we can move around. And this is going to be a forklift. I mean, it is a forklift. It's a little ugly, but we'll fix it up later. We can control it with the linked typewriter. We can move it around. We can lower the actual fork of the forklift. And then we can try to pick this up. Okay, that's working. So we do this. And it's like, this should be very steady. We could extend the pallet like another block out, if this is too buggy. Let's try lifting this. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Disaster. Disaster, disaster, disaster. I'm gonna try gear shifting the forklift down to make it even slower, to see if we really slowly pick it up, if that'll make the physics behave a little bit better. So let's use some cogwheels. Let us see. Red Dragon side, welcome back. How does it go? Well, I have good news and I have bad news. The good news is the forklift works. It moves forwards, it moves backwards, it lifts up and down. The bad news is this. If we move forward and try to pick up this pallet, and I leave range. If we try to lift it, the physics, as soon as I let go... Okay, actually, wait, hold on. I think it's because of how this is gonna snap. Sometimes it bugs out like this. I think it's due to how normal contraption collision boxes work. This is why I suggested the rope winch instead of pulley. Yeah, that might be the case. Because this is not necessarily like a Sable physics thing or something, maybe, question mark? Why am I able to phase through this? Oh boy. I'm gonna try gear shifting it down. Just so you're less likely to clip like that. Although actually, no, that wouldn't do it, would it? Because you're always gonna be able to clip between spots. Yeah, because it turns into a full block. I could try the rope winch. I just don't think it's going to be strong enough. Unless... No, we'd have to have some on the front too. Just don't know how it's going to stabilize. I'll give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. Put you upwards like this. And then... if I break this, it should stay connected. Yes. Like this and like this. Now... I want to disconnect this one. This one shouldn't be connected to this. So let me just disconnect you like so.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh, there's so much nonsense going on. Oh my goodness, what have I done? Got some copycat stuff like this. Make you 4, just like before. Then extend you like so, and then let's do a slime ball. Like this and like this. Perfect, okay. Now that's its own thing. And we can do the rope pulley connector like that. Betwixt you and you. Vertically upwards like that. Now I need actual rope. I could... Could I do a spring? I doubt it. No, because you can't change the... That's not what I meant. Whoops, that's also... Whoops, oh. Things just be doing things. Oh my goodness. Let's do that and that. Yeah, this is gonna be real whack. Let's see. What did I think was gonna happen? I didn't connect it. What did I think was gonna happen? You know, I could actually connect it like this. Can I? Why are you behaving the way you are? Why does it insist on being that way? Whoops. Okay. Let me spin you again just so it looks nicer and we have like the heavy part on that side. Okay, so now it should actually be connected, and then let's use rope to do this. And now pull it upwards. Oh boy. Yeah, that's not enough tension. How can I... Let me briefly look through here again. If there's anything I'm missing. Not you. Not you. No. It's definitely... This is... In terms of the physics, the way the physics behaves, this is the closest thing, but we... Is there a way for me to guarantee this is this alignment? Such as if I had oh goodness, this is gonna be interesting. Let me try to rotate you like this. I think if I extend you out like this, we can have like a track for it to follow if we do this and... Oh, not what I meant. This, like this, and this. No, wrong button. That's fine, that's fine. So now... No, I'd have to put it on the outside like this. I think we can make the full block like slot into this. Let's try that first. Oh boy, it can't go all the way down because the wheels are in the way, so we might have to move the wheels around if this does work. Oh shoot, why'd I do that? Hold on, let me extend the... Wait, that's perfect, that's perfect, that's fine. So it's slotting nicely into place there. Okay, so let's see this. Okay, hold on. Let's winch it up all the way. I need to like have it start out aligned already. Okay, there's another issue of the fact that I built this like an absolute goofball. I think we can actually only have the track in the center. I think only one track is necessary, assuming this is like strong. I don't know how strong the track is going to end up being, but if it is strong, I think we only need one in the middle. Except how are we going to get a good... It can go around this thing we made earlier. Uh-huh. Like so. Oh. Okay. Okay. It kind of snapped into place. Let's see. I go pull it up a little bit more. So this is the maximum height. I start slowly releasing it. There's a lot of friction. There's a little bit too much friction. It's working a little too well. It's like, it doesn't actually have any room to move. It's like exact. Is it exact or did I accidentally make it too small? No, this is exactly enough for a block. Posture check. How did you know I was slouching? That's beyond messed up. I sit up straight. Okay. This, it's going down. I don't think the check's gonna work. Oh, it's too much friction. One thing you can do is have ropes like on the top like you have currently, but also on the bottom. Ah, to pull it downwards. That is actually a pretty good shout. And have them be on reverse of each other. It's gonna take up a lot of space on the bottom, but I do think that like physically could work decently well. I can see the piston working, like doing a mechanical piston instead. I think that'd have the same issue as the original rope, where it turns into normal blocks, like on the way. Let me look again and see if I missed anything here. Herm. Yes, we can use a gyroscope to make the forklift level itself. Of course. Why wouldn't that work? Is there a world where I use a chest because it is slightly smaller than a full block? Here. And here. Although no, it actually only has to be on the center. Like this. Oh boy, I've made a mistake. I've disconnected these two. Uh-oh. Why are you telling me I can't do that? Do I really open the chest instead of slime balling it? Oh, that's ridiculous. How the hell do I connect this? I could glue them to each other. No, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna do this again. And then I'm gonna break in place with the same tick. Yeah, that works. Okay, gorgeous. Let's try this. It's not gonna work. You know, that... Ah, dang it, I forgot. Wait, let me break it on the sides. I think that's where the main issue is. Let me pull you back. Let me pull you back up. Hello, Paulo Castillo. Why are you not popular? Bruh. I'm new to this. I'm figuring stuff out. You know what I'm saying? Don't you worry about it. You know, this is like sort of working, but also not really. I could try the double rope thing. We're just gonna have a really... Maybe a little bit clunky near the bottom. Which I think is probably fine. Try a grindstone. These behave like wheels, right? With the aeronautics stuff. I've seen people use this as a wheel. But I don't know if that's a wireframe mode. What did I enable? How did I enable wireframe mode? And what did that mean? I'm sure it's fine. Let's see, if I move around, what? If I move... Okay, well, it's not currently behaving like a wheel. Let's try it. Oh, goodness. Let me pull you up. Oh, it's slippery. I'm picking up what you're putting down. My forklift is not, though. So if I do this... Maybe. What the heck? The issue is these now. So maybe now I turn you into chests. Although now I think there's too little friction. You know, it almost worked for a second. Shoot, I have to straighten you out. Let's straighten you out. Oh, dang it, it's not working.
Hold on, I should be able to physics gun you and straighten you and then freeze you like this. Okay. I'll try another chest. I don't know why I'm trying the freaking chest thing. Okay. Okay. It's not very level, but it is somewhat level, and it is going up and down while staying somewhat level. Maybe ice instead of a full block? Oh, right, 'cause that's a full slippery block in the center. Are these the same? Oh, they have 0 friction. Curious. Curious, curious, curious. That would fit better and that would keep it vertical. Yeah, that's a good combination of the grindstone and the... Oh, goodness. I have to keep you as straight as I can, and it's going side to side. Okay, okay, beautiful. This might freak out because it's locked. Okay, it's gonna freak out a little bit. It's okay, breathe. Okay. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's staying very level. The forklift can overextend, which is like fine. Oh, curious. Didn't like that. Okay, and this is like maximum height, and that's staying very level. Okay, the ice was a really good shout, and the grindstone, since A took us to B. And I think we might be able to swap you out. Like so. I think that's gonna be fine. It's not fine. I was a fool to have thought so. Maybe here is where the grindstone goes. Oh, it's gonna look disconnected. Oh well. We're gonna have freaking chests on the side of our forklift. At least for now. I could also use ice here. Actually, that might look better. We're gonna have a blue forklift part. Let me actually see, can I search for slippery? I can. We could use mud, which is less slippery, but is slightly slippery. And is dark. Like metal. Let's see how that looks. There's definitely more friction going on, but it is definitely also moving and working correctly, which is very nice. Now, moment of truth. Let's try to pick this up, shall we? Oh boy. This can only go better than it did before. I think we're lined up nice and good. Let me actually check what the... Why is it making noises like I'm... Okay, anyways. We're a little bit back heavy, which is good. Which means we're tilted slightly up, but it's like not even close to mattering. So now we should be able to do this. And then lift. Oh my goodness. We have a forklift. An actually functional forklift. Let me go into contraption camera mode. Dude. And we can move, and we're not tipping over. I mean, it is really heavy. This is so much slower than before. It is super heavy, but it's working well. And if I like... Let's try making it break. If I like... If I go up and down and up and down and up and down, you can see it slipping out. Yeah, the friction is actually... It's working good. The grindstone... Yeah, the grindstone idea was a great shout. Using slippery blocks. So I forgot that was a thing. That they have like floating slippery with the... Oh, this is like so wobbly. It's really unstable, but I think we can fix that. But the most important thing is it's working. It's slow and heavy, but it is working. Now, if I were to, hypothetically, get rid of the weight on the back. Yeah, we're doing a reverse wheelie. It's actually not too bad, but we definitely do need to have a pretty heavy backside. What else is heavy? Brass blocks are really heavy. Actually, I can just search super heavy. Anvils are super heavy. Those could look cool. Flywheels are super heavy. The heavy core is heavy. I'm not going to be able to get enough heavy cores to use that. Although I probably will end up making a trial chamber farm on the server. That's going to be fun. Ooh. I wonder if I can come up with a create mod trial chamber farm. Actually, that'd be really easy. What am I saying? That could be fun. Oh, blocks of coal. Perfect. They're heavy and easy to farm. Yeah. So a combination of these two, we can make something that looks nice. Let me get my license plate. So we're going to need that. We're going to need that. And move you... I don't want it to be too back heavy. Yeah. The center of mass is what needs to be heavy. Or stay centered when we add and remove weight in the front. The only issue is I don't really have a lot of room to play around with here. I could put blocks along this, but I can't put one. Yes, I can. I can put a heavy block here and then put a redstone link here. The redstone link hard powers this block, which then also powers that wheel. And I did this trick on the go-kart. So we know that this works. We can have heavy blocks along the side near the center, so that's going to help us out a lot. This is an andesite casing with no shaft inside. So we can also put... Wait, I'm stupid. That's literally the wheel. There was definitely a shaft inside. I thought if you pick blocked, I might be able to see that. Awkward. Grab a contraption diagram. That is a great idea. Is that what it's called? Yes. Because these things are so cool. And we're going to need that for the center mass. We'll put it right in the front there. Hey! Oh my goodness. Let's turn all that on. F you. Doesn't matter. Look at our forklift. Look, forklift 68. We've got a ton of gravity. It isn't showing the stuff that's in the front because that's technically a different contraption. So it looks a little bit weird. I love the diagram too. This is like one of the coolest it's so hard to honestly pick a favorite feature from this mod because there's so much cool stuff. But look at this. When will the next iteration of forklift come out? When you ask? Look at that. Nerd spotted. There's a nerd on my forklift. The track to hold it in place actually, like, visually works pretty well. I don't know what, this won't work, right? No, it has to be a full block. I don't know what block to put here. Something that looks like chains or a track, like a basalt or a deep slate might have that pattern. Dried kelp might have that. Make it coal. Could do coal. I think coal's gonna be too dark. Although actually that kind of does look like a belt. Like a, whoops. Is this anvil like... Oh, that's so freaking cool. If you place an anvil, it'll align itself to the block grid as it's falling. And then when it lands, it reconnects and realigns itself. That's so cool. That's super interesting. Andesite fence thing. Oh, like the casing or like scaffolding? Will it allow me to do scaffolding? It will not. Dang. Well, I could do a casing of one of these varieties. I don't know. I don't know which of these. Oh, that does not work. Not that. It's taking the top layer. Can't I? Yeah, I can toggle it. To the left of scaffolding. To the left of scaffolding. And decide. Oh, the bars. I think it has to be a full block. Maybe though. Oh, yo! I didn't know that. What? Okay, that's a fantastic one. What are these called? Bars? Are there other bars? There are, but this probably works the best. We could also do iron bars. We want it to be a little bit brighter, but I think this works pretty well. Yeah, that's a freaking great shout. Let's get these panels to go around this gear. Oh, great. This is... not sure what to do here yet. We'll come back to that whenever we address this really tall shaft here. Because ideally we'd move this like forward a block and then go up. That might look a little bit cleaner, a little bit more... Speaking of clean, let's clean this inventory out. Let's get rid of some of the stuff from here. Like we shouldn't need you anymore. Hopefully not you, probably not you for a bit. Any of these. And you. And I think we're all set with you. Let's put the license plate back here. Let me look up super heavy again. What other blocks did we have? Yeah, I think the coal... Actually, wait. Andesite alloy blocks and zinc blocks. That might look a little nicer. Do these connect to each other? Oh, they don't. I'll just go with this for now. We'll come back. We'll make it look a little bit aesthetically better once we have it working, which it is working. To be fair, it's looking pretty awesome. Let's see. Bet you don't have create bits and bobs? Not currently, but we'll see what the server mod list is. I mean, I could check that right now, but I'm too lazy. But it has a couple like other create add-ons. Block of experience. I forgot that's a thing. It is super heavy. It's a really cool looking block. Whoa, it's animated too. Wait, we could unironically have this like as lights or something. Okay, it's a little bit bright. It's a little bit bright. Are there... Does this add lights? Could we like add brake lights? If I look up light or like LED. Because I know there's like the laser pointers and there's the laser receiver. Like this might look like it. Or the optical sensor. I think this has a red. Okay, well I don't like that, but I think that's modifiable. How do I modify you? How do I modify you? Where's your... Here we go. 0 blocks. Let's see. If I like power you, does something happen? No. What it's doing is it's checking for a block, right? And then it'll give a redstone signal. You know, I guess this works for now. Create deco is perfect for lights. I don't know what... We definitely have some stuff for decoration on the mod list. So we'll be able to decorate it a good amount once we are on the server. Actually, yeah, why am I even bothering, like, doing this when I don't know what I have access to? Actually, you know what? The laser coming out of this is a bit much, but this works pretty well. This works for now. And I guess we might as well go with a brass style, because we've got the golden lights going on. So we get blocks of brass casings. How does a table cover work? Oh, it covers the block. That's cute. That's cool. Connect sound to them so they're not banking you here. like the reverse, like beep beep. That I'm trying to think. Besides note blocks, I think there's a couple mods that had like sound effect things. Like, does Create add like a siren? I feel like Create might add something that does sound. There's the cuckoo clock. That's a great idea. I think we'll have the space. We could also do like a steam whistle. What else we got in here? Oh, we definitely have to have a factory gauge, even if it's not actually going to give us any useful information. Having a gauge on the forklift would look really cool. Haunted bell, desk bell, peculiar bell. I was about to ask if there's a regular bell. Of course there is. That's from default Minecraft. Oh yeah, this shows you what's like not spawn proofed. That's super helpful. This is decorative. Let's go with the decorative one. That's nice. That looks really nice. Not very like beepy. I'm trying to think of what note block sounds. I'm not gonna do this right now. This could work. Yeah, that could be a reverse beep. Yeah, we'll figure that out for the server itself. So that could be very fun. Okay, we have the license plate. We're very back heavy, I think. Let's see where the center of mass is. So if that's the front, we are definitely towards the back. Still fairly centered. I could also use lighter blocks on the front. Like this is a shaft with a casing around it. I don't know if that's very light. Is this important? Yeah, it's a gearbox. Okay, like besides levitate, I don't think we're gonna be able to lighten it too much. This is making so many sounds because it's constantly pressing against it. Just a little annoying, but I think it's completely fine. Bells at the center. Yeah, to make the center. Are bells light? Really? That makes sense. It doesn't have a weight. I feel like I want the center to be heavier though. Like, wait, I was gonna replace you with brass. Or no, I was gonna try brass casing. Like so, whoops. Like so, because that connects really nice. Yeah. Then we can do that, because we're using andesite casing all over the place. We can pretty easily swap all that out for brass. The only issue is then, like these things, they have the aesthetic of andesite casing, and I don't know if you can like apply. No, you can't. That's fine. That'll be covered up. Like you only see it from the bottom. And then here we also have a normal shaft. Although, so much of this looks like the gearboxes. They all look like andesite casing. Now this doesn't work. Why do I have 2 shafts in my hotbar? Can you place the way I want you? Thank you. Boop. And boop. Nope. And boop. Beautiful. That's looking pretty good. No, it's not. What am I saying? The front half is andesite, the back side is brass. This clashes so hard. Oh. Okay, we're gonna revert you to andesite for now. Because the only thing that is brass is the light, and I think it's fine. Put you here, and like that. Beautiful. Get rid of everything here. We'll reassess this. Did this move at all? Yeah, it's more centered. We want weight in the back. Right, that's why I had like all the block of... Nope, let's look up super heavy. It's super nice that you can search. If I type here, super heavy, no. Dang, that's gonna be a problem. I'll figure that out at some point. We're just gonna cover up heavy blocks with panels. TBH, that's gonna be the best way to do this. Is we have like some have. Oh, I did it again. Where I'm breaking the shafts over here. Where it's just this stuff, and then we cover it with whatever aesthetic we end up going with. Which right now we're just gonna keep it like this. That's very back heavy. And then we put a little bit around here to make it look a little bit nicer. Like this. I don't want to cover the engines. They need to be accessible. Train trapdoor. Glass trapdoor could work too. The way this slides is really cool. It's like the sideways. No, it's not the sideways one. I'm thinking of like train doors or something. Okay, well. Maybe the glass one slides. We'll try that. Otherwise, we're just gonna do spruce. Yeah, this just looks normal. So spruce it is. And then we can have nice and covered like this. Alrighty. Samsul Heidi, hello, welcome into the stream. We're playing around with Create Aeronautics, and we're making a forklift. Well, right now I'm decorating it, because it pretty much works. Methinks. There's still some things to tweak, but as a basic proof of concept, this is working. Let's see. Moves around, and it can lift stuff, and it can lower stuff. Damn, this actually is working. Whoa! When you back up, the redstone links are opening the trap doors for the engine. Wait, what is doing that? Wait, what? It only opens the one on the side, but then if I lift the... Okay, that's weird. Okay. Okay, hold on. We can't have trapdoors here. I think we have to leave it exposed. And that's going to be an OSHA violation, but it's fine. Uber charge them? Let's try it. Let's try Creative Blaze Cake. I have to take out the fuel for some reason. I have to like replace the engine. I don't know why it does this. I feel like it should be fine for me to I being dumb? No, there we go. I might have just been clicking it wrong. Whatever. So now you should be blue. Why aren't you blue? That's not supercharged. I guess I need regular blaze cakes? Weird. Whoops. Am I using the wrong item? Am I misremembering right now? Portable engine. How do I supercharge you, my friend? Using a blaze cake, it can be superheated. That is definitely what I just did. Ah, shoot. Ah, I broke a thing. Ah, frick. Oh, no. Oh, I've done a terrible, terrible deed. I need a directional gear shift here. Facing this way. Rotated like this. This is what powers the lift of the forklift. We have redstone on the bottom and on the top. Both are set to this. I believe it was tough. It was polished on top and normal on the bottom. Like so. And like so. I hope that's right. We'll see very, very shortly. Okay, now you're supercharged. Yeah, weird. That's not an OSHA violation. They're exposed to released heat. True, true, true. Very true. They just need they need a heat exhaust vent, and it just so happens that it's right next to where the operator sits. And that's completely all right. Okay, I did this backwards. You need to be on the... Or actually, I can just set you to normal tough, and then set you to polished. Like that. Swap the frequencies, so then plus is upwards, and... down is downwards. Violet with the hydrate. Yes, I will hydrate. I will get a sip of water. We might take a short break in a bit though. I need more water. I have more water. Here we go. Okay. Now we have both engines are supercharged, which means we should be moving faster. And the forklift will go up and down faster. We definitely are moving faster. Forwards, back, side to side. And I do think that this is a nice speed. I think it was way too slow before, and this feels good. Now, in terms of the forklift movement... it's too fast, it's too fast. We can't supercharge that. That's definitely an OSHA violation. Let's put you back to normal. Because I want it to be slow, so you can have better control of it. But for the movement, this works really well. Dude, look at that! That actually works so well. I just like gently... Excuse me, why am I getting the hiccups? I just like gently drops the forklift. And then... it's like pretty good to pick up too. And I'm like honestly not concerned at all. Like these physics... Wow, I'm actually shocked that this rope winch worked. I'll be honest. But this is a great suggestion. That is so epic. Look at that, and the track's working well, and the mud's slippery. The plan has come together. We've got a forklift going. That is so cool. Let me make some more pallets to play around with. How am I gonna design these? Let's go ahead and just... we're gonna need a physics assembler. We're gonna need panels. And we're gonna need... fences, because I just realized that I think I can use a fence here, and I think you're the same size. Yes, you're identical size, so that's going to be a slightly better texture here for our panels, and then we can actually, for our what's this called, a pallet, and then we can actually end up using like any plank. Like, let's make a spruce pallet now. That's not how you spell it. Because then we can use spruce fences. Yeah, and then if we, on the server, on the mod list, if we have fence copycats, then we can also do that. How about walls instead of leaves? That's, or instead of fences. Why did I say leaves? Walls instead of fences. That's actually a great idea. That's gonna make it slightly harder, because I think it's on like the easy end right now. Is this the closest we're gonna... Whoa. I didn't realize the Create mod adds a bunch of different walls. What the hell is Okram? I guess it's one of those like random like tough like blocks that spawn on the ground. Is the music too loud? It's kind of a banger. Like, I'm liking it, but it might be a little too loud. Ooh, it's either mud brick. Okay. Actually, I don't know why I'm concerned. What am I talking about? The wall slash fence is the only thing that isn't copycat right now, so I can just use a copycat for anything else. Let's try. Actually, wait. With that in mind, which walls would I then want to use to make a palette? Because we could do like a metallic cut deep slate. That's new. We could do like a metallic palette instead of like a wooden one. Let me see what cut deep slate looks like. Yeah, that works. I feel like the mud might work better though. Let's try out mud bricks on all of these. I should have duplicated this palette. That's whatever, it's not too hard to make more. Let's go ahead and do mud bricks for all of you. Yeah, I mean, this honestly kind of looks like a palette still. Not terrible. I should make multiple. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make multiple of these, and then we'll like visually compare them. You know what? We could leave a hollow center, right? Because palettes have like multiple. Also do a wall in the middle instead. Why can't I place a wall down? Why can't I place a block here? Something about the physics is going wrong here. I cannot place a block inside. Ochre can be crushed to gold. I see. I do not like that. I would like a full block in the center. Let me see what this would look like. Yeah, that's way too much space. So we'll do a full block plus a panel. Nope, panel. 1, 2, 3, like that. On both sides. Beautiful. Beautiful. I should duplicate this. Let me physics unassemble you. We're gonna do the clone technique. I know there's better ways. I know. But this just, it works well enough. Because I can then... What do you mean the position's not loaded? I'm looking at the position right now. The position's not loaded. Did I mistype something? -4. That's the wrong coordinates. What? This shouldn't be a physics object, so why are the coordinates wrong? Did I not copy paste it? I didn't copy paste it. Whoops, I was about to clone a go-kart from like 2 hours ago. Okay, so we clone you, and then we can make another one. And another one. And another one. Beautiful. Let's use some honey glue. Although normal glue would work perfectly fine for this. Between all of these. And then, let there be physics. Yeah. Very satisfying, very nice. Oop. Do that. We'll break these as they fall. So they're all physics objects. Nice, we got a bunch of different palettes now. We can try picking these bad boys up. Let's see. Let's make each of these. This is gonna be real stupid, but I'm gonna recreate the oak one that I just got rid of. Yeah, I should have cloned it earlier. I know. But I think the oak is like the coolest, not the nicest color. That's gonna like line up with what a palette looks like. Even though it's a fence, and I actually like the walls better now, I think it is going to be the most close to the OG. The OG palette, if you will. You can also make like certain palettes be like easy and certain hard, right? The fence being easy, the wall being like medium, and then like we could do full blocks for like hard mode. So let me try the like deep slate now. Cut a deep slate. That is a new block, and it's a cool looking one. Oh, I should have. That's what I should have done is remove all of the copycat, like the block you place on it, and then I should have cloned it. So I would have had like blank ones cloned. That would have been the smart thing to do. Guess I did not consider that option. So let's make this like hard mode. It's like a full block. And we have like 3 different palettes of 3 different difficulties, and they're all visually different. It's not super colorblind friendly, but it is. Actually, no, because they all have different textures. We have planks, bricks, and then like a polished stone. So on top of them, obviously also being different saturations, they have different textures, and you can just see that the space is way smaller or larger. So yeah, accessibility. It's super easy in game design to like be like, ah yes, the different colored thing means a different thing. But it's kind of not the best thing to do. Not only because of accessibility, but also it's like, the more ways you can communicate something to a player, the better. So we have texture, we have size, and we have color for these. So that's beautiful and awesome. Now, are you a physics object? What have I done to you? What if I... Okay, hold on. Okay. Forgot I had one that's like unfinished or whatever. Okay, you stay there, and then we have 3 pallets over here. So let me test just how these like work. Also, I think I want to make these a little bit larger, like a little bit longer. Let me test with the easy mode one. This is our baseline. If this one is like a nightmare, then we have a problem. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear, I'm destroying the trees. What have I done? I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, it's stuck. Ow. Come here. Get back here. Why are you trying to be a tree? There we go. Whoops. Disaster averted. Come back, come back. The physics one can smell fear. Yeah, I'm seeing this. Okay. All I wanted to do was check if this is has a line of symmetry horizontally, which it does. There's a panel on the top and a panel on the bottom, which means that if it flips upside down for any reason, that's completely fine. Except for the fact that you can visually kind of tell that the textures are upside down, so you kind of want to avoid it. So what I haven't thought of is the stuff that goes on top of these pallets. Do I just, like I should have tested like something heavy. Do I just put... Oh dear, since we're using panels, it's gonna be floating unless we embed it into the block. We did something like this. Okay, that's a problem for future me. We're not gonna deal with that right now. Right now, we're just gonna test the forklift with the different thingies. So let's see. The easy mode one with the fence. I missed pretty terribly, but it should be like super easy. Yeah. Nice and simple. And with a 3 block long pallet, the 4 block long prong is like perfect. Like if I do up and down and up and down, it's gonna start slowly slipping out, but the friction is enough that it's gonna stay connected. It's not heavy. It's also oak, so obviously it's not very heavy. Okay. Yeah, this is low-key kind of fun. This is low-key kind of cool. This is kind of working. Slow down, drop it off, back up, and then let's position ourselves to get this thing. Oh boy. The forklift, it's swaying left to right. I might want to put another track to keep it a little bit more steady. Oh boy. You know what else I could have done? I could have used treads. Like I could have had like tank treads on this forklift. I don't know if that I don't know if that's a thing. I don't know if there's forklifts out there that have tank treads instead of freaking wheels. Definitely not. But you know, it'd work in this scenario. Oh goodness. I did not like that. I don't know why it freaked out a bit there. I do think this is a little bit heavier, but it's definitely still fine. Let me look at the center of mass. Actually, I don't know if that would apply. I think the center of gravity is gonna stay because it's like, there's 3 physics objects going on here. I think it's only gonna tell me the center of mass of the one I'm driving, which won't change. It's just getting forces applied onto it or whatever. Okay, so the mud one is pretty good. It wasn't too hard to pick up. So the medium difficulty one is like fine. Like these have all been very easy. Maybe they should literally be harder. Now, this bad boy, I'm coming in at a terrible angle, but think I should be able to shimmy it around. And it shouldn't be too hard. Hold on. Okay, it actually might have to be pixel perfect, and I've made it too hard, like a fool. Minecraft fun fact, Redeem. What's a Minecraft fun fact? What's a good fun fact? I'll do another one that's related to the new upcoming update. Minecraft fun fact. Similar to how azalea trees tell you that there is a lush cave biome beneath it, the upcoming sulfur caves, is that what it's called? Sulfur caves? I feel like they have a different name. The upcoming sulfur caves will have a small little like spring or like a geyser of sulfur blocks on the surface that'll tell you that there's a sulfur cave beneath it, which is very neat, very cool. Let me break this. That's not going to change anything, actually. Having that panel on the inside there doesn't... Oh. So the issue here is as follows. The center of this hole... How do I word this? For both of these to pick this up, they have to be touching the outside. That's why we had fences and walls on the sides. What we can do is convert this to like polished deep slate. Or no, we have cut deep slate wall. Cut deep slate. Right, polished, cut. What the heck is each of these? I need to use a different deep slate. Let's use polished cut, whatever. Polished cut, deep slate wall. Okay. So that should be the same as what I already have. Perfect. We can put a wall here. No, we can't. You can't put walls next to walls, but you can. Minecraft fun fact: nether bricks are the only material in the game that nether brick that have both a fence and a wall variant. And since fences and walls don't connect to each other, we can instead convert this into a nether brick palette, and we can have a custom space betwixt these. That will hopefully be what we want. Maybe we'll see. It's something. It's something. Interesting experiment. This might be really hard. We'll see. We convert you fully to nether bricks. I could also use like a fence and a wall of different types that look similar. And we'll probably have fence or wall copycats if we have copycats plus. So that won't be a problem on the actual server. How is this looking? It's looking difficult, but I think it's looking more possible. No, forklift, come back. I really don't want to mess with the forklift. I'm just going to move this one. How is that looking? I can also swap the fence and the wall with each other. We'll see if that works better. Okay, forward. Okay, it's not working. Yeah, and swapping the wall and the fence would make it even worse. This is the closest that we can get, I think. If we aren't using like vertical slabs or stairs or something like a grindstone that isn't a full block. Let me see if there's any non-full blocks here that I can utilize. Well, there's the shaft, but I'm looking for something that's like offset to the side. Ooh, there's also fluid pipes. Are you larger than a wall? You are. You are slightly larger than a wall. We could have a copper pallet. There's probably some copper things that I can use. There's actually not a ton. We have the handle, as well as the valve. Sure, let's play around with some copper. Handle. Wait. Let me get like waxed copper block as our base. And then the fluid pipe, which is our copper wall, if we will. So let me freeze you up here again. let's start with you, like this, and oh shoot, what have I done? Like that and like that. Copper's gonna be a cool color for this too. We're gonna have to do a lot of copper mining for the server. Red Dragon Sky, welcome back. Trying out different palette sizes and currently experimenting with copper. Not what I wanted. To see if we can get one that's a little bit harder than what we've had. Yes, that is actually kind of exactly what I wanted, and I think this is gonna work perfectly. It's like vertical, not like a vertical slab, but in terms of hitbox, is actually almost exactly a vertical slab. Like, this is pretty much perfect. Something else we could try instead of using the fluid pipes to keep it a little bit more symmetrical and clean is we could... No, that's like way too huge. Okay. So let's go with the fluid pipe. And let's see how this works. I think this is gonna work. I hope. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah. No, wait, no. It wasn't working yet. But it looks like it's gonna be very close. Hold on, let me get out and look at it. If I were aligned correctly, I think it would work. Which is exactly what I want. Something that like works, but is also a little bit tricky to maneuver into. Dude, it's perfect. It's actually perfect. We have... Yes. We have our forklift working. We have multiple pallet sizes for different difficulties. I think there's a copper one that's using a couple janky blocks, but you actually kind of cannot tell. Like, this looks like almost perfect. Instead of the normal copper block, we could do the cut copper that has like a grid to it. Maybe that'll look better. I'm sure Create also adds a bunch of different copper things. So that's beautiful. That's gorgeous. Excuse me. Let me yoink that from you real quick. Now, what's next? Carly Pumpkin, hello. How you doing? Look at what I'm toying around with the Create Aeronautics for the SMP. Ooh. And I've got a forklift working. You want to see it in action? You want to see this? Let's see. I have different pallets designed. They're all different, like, difficulties, quote unquote. Let me line this up so it's like a little bit easier. So the oak one is super easy. It's nice and open. We're using oak fences and some panels. The mud one, we're using walls with panels. And then the copper one, we're using the Create Aeronautics handles, copper handles vertically, as well as the base Create mod fluid pipes, which look like copper walls. And this is a little bit skinnier than a vertical slab would be. So this one's like super hard. It's like the perfect hitbox size. But this one's the easy one. It's like the basic, I suppose. You can lower the forklift, goes down all the way, and it gets stopped by a block. You can keep the like rope going or whatever, but align yourself, go forward, and then I'm giddy. This is so cool. This actually came out perfectly. Like, almost perfect. There's a couple like little janky things, but this is pretty fantastic, I think. Oh yeah, and we even have lights on the back, and we have our license plate. Forklift 68. And honestly, now all that's left to test, the license plate, it's perfect. I don't know what could possibly be wrong. This license plate, it's beautiful. The only thing that's left to test now is weight. I want to see how heavy of a load this forklift can lift. We're going to start with the oak thingy, and then we're just going to add stuff on top of it. Let's take a look at what some heavy things are. Just came back after 2 hours and it seems like you're doing well. It is working. It is working pretty well. We have locomotion. We have a forklift that goes up and it goes down and it picks up the pallets. All that's left now is to test if it can actually pick up heavy things, which is going to be a little bit of a challenge. Now, part of the issue is the way I've designed these pallets is with panels on the top and the bottom, which means if I try to put something on top of it, it floats. Let me disassemble this again and clone it again. And we're going to keep you as our default palette, because I might have to redesign how the palette works to be able to put stuff on top of it. Actually, I could just put a physics up. Wait. This is a really stupid idea, but it's going to be a funny one. So we're going to do it, obviously. If we had, hypothetically, here, we had like a pile of iron, right? It's heavy. It's something that you have like at the factory lying around and on some pallets. It's like, yeah, can we get the pile of iron over here, right? And it's just a physics object, and it just rests on top of the pallet. Is this going to work? I think this is going to be really unwieldy, but potentially it'll work. Okay? Potentially. Oh boy. Boy, we're already seeing some issues. Okay. Okay. That should be forward all the way. Now let's lift. Oh boy. Oh, it's feeling really front heavy right now. Oh, it's feeling really front heavy, but it was able to lift it, and the iron is staying put. Now, if I'm going backwards really fast and then I hit the brakes, it slides backwards. And if I'm going forwards and then I hit the brakes, you know what? I actually think that's fine. I actually think that's amazing. I actually think that means that you need to know what you're doing if you're operating a forklift. I think you need to know what the momentum of the vehicle is like and not let your I think this works. I think this is actually going to work perfectly fine. Let me try to go from going forwards really fast to like going backwards really fast. Yeah, it's actually pretty hard to mess up. Like, you'd have to be holding it like near the edge for it to fall, which I think is fine. Counterweight might be needed. Upgrade the looks of your forklift and make it heavier in the process. That is what I've done. It is, we've got... Not there. We've got a bunch of like andesite alloy, which is like some super heavy blocks, under some andesite casing back here, which is actually copy cat panels. That's what I meant to say. So it is very middle and back heavy. It is looking like a very heavy thing like this. I think this is fine. It is definitely tipping forward slightly, but this is a this like object we're moving around is made of purely super heavy blocks. Uh-oh, that's not good. That's not good. Here we go. Actually, let me double check that this is all super heavy, actually. Oh, it doesn't tell me. It doesn't tell me if the ore is super heavy or not. Luckily for us, there's a way for us to find out. Let me... How do I design a scale with Sable? Actually, this is going to be really easy. I just need some glue. I get something like this. Something like this. So it's... Let me do like a polished something so we can see in between the blocks. We can see like this is 4 blocks, center, 4 blocks. Let me glue, not like that. Let me, nope, not like that. Let me, nope, not. Let me glue like this. And then do this. And then this should start tipping. Okay, hold on. Oh dear. Nah, it's fine. I can, oh shoot. I think my OBS just crashed. Oh no. Oh no, did my stream go down? Oh no, what happened? Uh-oh. F's in chat, question mark? Reconnection successful. Oh dear. Maybe I'm fine? I'm not sure who I disconnected from, if it was Twitch or YouTube or both. Hold on. Let me pause the stream. Oh my goodness. Oh boy. Am I still live? It's looking like it's good on YouTube side, and I think Twitch reconnected. I think we're fine. I think we're chilling. Okay, YouTube is still steady. Twitch might have disconnected. Uncertain currently. This is the worst, like, scale I could have possibly made. There we go, here we go. Can only glue between simulate. Ugh, fine. Be that way. Okay, so we have a scale. Did it send out a go live notification again? So sorry, Twitch. I don't know why my OBS disconnected from Twitch and potentially both, but it certainly did. Now let's check an iron ore with the raw iron and see if it is in fact heavier. It is. Okay, so yeah, I believe you are correct that if it's not listed what the weight is, that it's just a normal like weight, whatever the default is. So let me then change this to be purely super heavy blocks, and we'll decide, I guess, what the heaviest thing should be. Let's see. You guys are gonna get multiple check-in redeems. That's true. This is probably really heavy, and maybe the heaviest thing that like the minigame would have. Again, this is all like stuff I can tweak, right? So this is looking stable, incredibly heavy, but stable. It's really, really, really heavy. I think it's fine. I think that just adds to, you know, the realisticness of it. It's like, yeah, you're picking up a super heavy thing, your forklift's gonna be really slow, you're gonna have to be really careful, blah, blah, blah. Hold on, let me try to knock this thing off of my forklift. Let's see if oh yeah, lifting it higher. Oh, especially lifting it while moving. Still pretty good. Uh-oh. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. The weight is uneven, which means it's applying friction at a little bit of an angle along the track that lifts the actual forklift thing. Oh dear, that's not good. Did you see that? The way it like drops? And then the whole back of the forklift like lifts a bit. Oh, that's bad. That's not good. Oh dear, this is very unstable. Hold on. Let's see. Should I tweak some things? Maybe, probably. Let's do this, and then put you. Hold on. Let's just like rest you like this. So finicky. Come on, stay put. There we go. Okay. Let me try adding another track along the left and the right. The issue then being that I need this redstone link to power this wheel, which makes me think I would have to move the wheels back more, / I would move the forklift forwards more, and that's going to make us even less stable. So I'd want to avoid that. What we can do is put a full block here and hard power it with the redstone link. Like this. So that'll still turn. Won't that create more friction? Yeah, it will. It's because I need, if it's like, if the weight is offset to the side, it's gonna try to like rotate this. I want it to stay as straight as possible. So having a all line of panels on each side should hopefully keep it lined up. This might introduce more problems than solutions, but we're gonna try it first. One more. Then we make you look cool. This doesn't change the hitbox, right? No. Nice. Okay. So this should do something. I'm not sure what, but it's gonna do something. I try to lift you and lower you. Okay. Friction looks fine right now, but let's see if that stays the case when we pick this up. Oh dear. Hold on. Holding. What's wrong with my angle of approach? I'm too far to the side. Okay. Looking beautiful. Now lift. This is so cool. This is so silly. I actually cannot believe I got this working. It's incredibly heavy, but the weight being offset or like lopsided now, I think is being less of an issue because of the changes we made. Oh dear. That's quite the situation, isn't it? Let me try moving around with it like this. Yeah, we have like... This thing is shockingly stable. It hasn't fallen over once, which is crazy to me. I guess this is working fine. This is working kind of awesome. This might have distributed friction to the side. That is also true. Yeah, since it's holding it more in place, it's like, oh goodness, the camera like freaks out. I can go through the panels, but if I go through the forklift itself, it freaks. This whole time, I've had this freaking go-kart just floating in the background. I should put this like here. We have so much floating, actually. We got a bunch of floaty things. Let's see. You can add back weight just in case by making a design like a typical forklift cage. Yeah, that's what all this is for. I do agree, though. In terms of aesthetics, we're gonna want to have it not look like this, right? Stuff that goes up in the back. And that'll also add more back weight. Okie dokie. I really don't want to right now. I am just too lazy. And if I start doing an aesthetic looking thing right now, I'm gonna get too lost into it. There's something else I wanted to test. I want to test if... Oh, sorry, forklift. I know that was a lot for you there. If I have a copper pallet, is the copper going to be heavier? Probably yes. And what is that going to mean for me? What is that going to... Ooh, there was a little bit of unwanted stuckness there. Curious. What about changing the suspension? Ooh, that's actually a great shout. That is something I wanted to mess around with. That we have not done yet. I believe we are currently with the default suspension. Which is what, like 10 or 15? Okay, let me raise you slightly. What is the problem? Yeah, with this copper one, you really have to come at the correct angle. Otherwise, it is not going to work. Let's do this. That's not really correct. There we go. We can sort of finagle it. Where's it getting stuck? Guys, I could get Forklift Certified in real life. I'm kind of nailing this thing. It's probably like 1-to-1, right? Like, in real life, you can use F... Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh, no! We've lost our cargo. Oh, right as I was talking about how good of a forklift driver I am. Oh, goodness. We've lost all of our freaking iron, our cargo. It has smashed across the factory floor. I'm fired, and I've had my forklift certification revoked. Oh, what a disaster. What the heck did that? Actually, I literally know exactly what did that. Let us see. The cargo has to be safely strapped down. Not in this factory. Although actually, now that you say that, the ropes might actually be a good way of doing that. The issue there was definitely that right under here, I didn't make the chain, whatever we're calling that, go all the way down. And it like brushed up against it. So we're gonna have to add you like this and then bring the one on the bottom out. That shouldn't be necessary. Might make it look nicer. So let's try that. To this way and to this way. I guess that works a little bit better. I guess. Not gonna lie, it's very easy to get a forklift certification. I used to have one. Huh. Almost concerningly easy. That's funny. Well, I guess maybe using a forklift ain't that hard after all. Who's to say? Okay, let's do this again. This is a very weird like test case I'm doing where it's like, yeah, it's an insanely heavy cargo. It's clearly not secure. Okay, it happened again. It's getting stuck when it goes down. Where is it getting stuck though? I'm not actually sure. Whatever. Let's try to pick this up. This cargo that is precariously near the edge. Like, what am I cooking? What is bro cooking? No. Oh no, this is a disaster. No, this angle of approach is way too terrible. Hold on, hold on. We're gonna have to get the right angle. Means I'm gonna cheat in the interest of time. And we'll line this up with the creative thingy. And that should be good enough. And then we'll have the... No, no. Man. Stinking forklift. I left it in neutral. What a fool. Never leave a forklift in neutral in a factory where people utilize creative ones, I guess. Okay, let's see. Why am I still trying to do this with the hard palette? Who knows? Okay, hold on. Almost there. Why is there an Enderman? I have mob spawning disabled, I thought. Okay. So that is correct, and now let's lift it and see what happens. It's very lopsided. Let me try going up and down and up and down and up and down and see what the... Like, trying to break it? Okay. So right now, the rope is loose. It's not moving. Because, you know, means I have to tighten it again to try to line it up again. Just telling me that we're consistently, like... Oh, goodness, this is curious. This is very curious physics. Oh, come on. Not like this. If I were to move while I do this, will this, like... Goodness, oh goodness. Oh goodness. We're about to tip over low-key. Okay. I think what we're learning is having a loose physics object on top of the palette is adding just way too many loose contraptions to the equation. And the physics is, I mean, it's handling it well, like it's handling it correctly, but it's not working in terms of the forklift is struggling to pick it up too much. So in that case, is mud one of the slippery blocks? Yes, it is less slippery than ice, it has a little bit of friction. So we could go back to trying the ice. Let me see, grindstones. Let me just search for slippery. Yeah, it's just this. So ice is like perfect slipperiness. Mud is like decently slippery. And then grindstone is like almost perfectly frictionless. Hold on, let me grab some water real quick. Water. Huge chunk of water, oh my goodness. Okay. I could try the ice. That actually probably would work. Can't use normal ice, it's fragile. Yeah, that's true. But the blue ice and the packed ice aren't, and they are the same slipperiness, I'm pretty sure. You could counterweight the lift itself to prevent the rotational friction on the front and the back. That would look ugly. Yeah, I am currently weighing it in the back a lot. I think what we're going to try next is, instead of having a pallet and a loose physics object on top of it, I think if this were all the same physics object, it's just going to behave way better. Just kind of have to figure out what the best way of doing that is. Idea number one. We had a pallet like made of slabs and stairs. Like this. Then we have a full block, like a flat full block on top, right? I mean, this probably works. We have a lot less flexibility then.
with how we want the size of the pallets to be and with the difficulty and stuff. So I want to avoid this if possible. Moving the lift itself. Like moving the lift backwards. We'd have to either move the wheels out or to the front or both. Be a little bit tricky, though not impossible. I could try making this physics object. I really don't want to have to resort to this. Let me just see what this feels like as a pallet. I extend you to be like 3 blocks. Like this. Like that. And like... Should have done the inside ones first. What am I doing? Boop, boop. Boop, boop. How am I misplacing like every time? And boop. And boop. Lift you up a bit more. Then do this. This is way too chunky. I really, really don't like this. That's it though. Let's see it. Let's see it. If we have to do it, we have to do it. But I mean, I don't know why I'm even testing this because it's like guaranteed to work pretty much. Let's see. Let's see. Guaranteed to work, he says. And then it doesn't. Wait, no, it works. It works. This is a terribly awkward angle. Oh, is this the same issue as before? Where it needs to be like perfect. Oh, yeah, I think it is, yeah. Like the same distance. And you have to like perfectly. Okay, okay, that's out of the question. How can I get this the way I want it? Actually, I mean, why did I even try this? Wait, this is so stupid. Get out of here. Get out of here. You stink. What would work just as well is using full blocks. Hold on. Let's duplicate this bad boy over here. Let's start from a fresh palette. Let's clone from here to here. And go here. Okay. Then we glue you, make you a physics. Oh, shoot, I messed up the glue. That's okay. Physics assembler. Like that. Now, what I think I can do, I can line this up. What I think I can do, he says, what we can do is have full blocks instead. At least on the top, but probably the top and the bottom. Why did I not remove the... I should remove this from here if I'm going to use this as a copy reference. Like that. Let's get an fence up in here. Just like that. It's going to look really clunky, really lopsided. Yeah. Oh, I hate that. No, I'm not even going to test it. This is not an option. We can't do this. Maybe full blocks on both sides, but that's going to be also very clunky. Break all this. That's so huge. It's also going to be like too... The entrance is going to be too high up from the ground. Why don't we use ropes to hold down the cargo? Yeah, I do think I'm going to try that next. It's just because I wanted to avoid using multiple physics objects, but I think that is like a safe way to do it, question mark. Let's just try that right now, right away, right now. Now what's the best way of doing this? You could have here and here. What? Like that. And then here and here. Similarly. Now the question is... It's gonna be a nightmare to do in survival. Question is there a way to extend and shorten the rope length? Like with a wrench or with more rope? Without having to use a winch?
Actually, there's no real reason not to use a winch. I could use a winch on one of those. Winch is real rope, shears remove. You can move it. Well, let's see. Or you can use a plunger gun. Oh, will that connect it? I think that's like temporary, the thing. I mean, I guess it is kind of just the same thing. Although, this is looking pretty fine. It do be quite top heavy. Although that is to be expected. This might work fine. This actually might work completely fine. Let's see it. Let's see this bad boy in action. Let's see. No, let me line this up a little bit better. Like so. And like that a little bit. Okay, here we go, here we go. Should be lowered all the way. That's it all the way. Let's see if it... Oh, it's lined up perfectly. And we lift it. And the physics seems to be handling it fine. This is very heavy, again. It's a very heavy, like, cargo. So it's moving very slowly, but that's okay. That's what we're testing. We're testing a very heavy load that's literally pure raw iron. Oh my goodness, I can barely move forwards. Oh, it's so slow. This does make me think that all this copper is very heavy. Let's see if I let's see if I were to try this same thing with the oak. Let me see if this is like noticeably lighter or not. That's pretty important. Connect you like that, connect you like that. Let us try to line this up. Should be pretty good. Alrighty. Looking like it's gonna be fine. This is the easiest one, right? The oak, nice and simple. Okay, let's see. How does this feel? It does feel a lot lighter. Although I was moving faster backwards than forwards before, so let's try forwards. That is lighter. I do think that is lighter. Okay, that's really important to be aware of. Having light pallets is probably the way to go. Is this a faked live or not? No, why would it be faked? This is my second ever YouTube live stream. We're having a grand old time making this forklift. I would not be able to do this if not for chat. I'm getting a lot of very helpful suggestions. Appreciate y'all very much. It's working. It's working. I think this is a very good, like, proof of concept forklift. Like, maybe when we end up making it, we'll tweak it around some more, and then, like, on the server. And or we could test it in creative some more with, like, this is not a mini game. This is just an interactive thing, right? The mini game itself would probably look something like either a timed challenge where you have to like move as like certain things a certain way to get a certain amount of points, and it's like harder cargo is like more points and it's heavier or whatever, and then it's like a timed challenge and whoever, and it's just a leaderboard right on server. Or we make two identical forklifts and we make two identical play areas, and then it's like a 1v1, two people go in at the same time. Or there's one shared play area and then they have to like compete for space and for picking things up, and then they could ram into each other. That might be a disaster. That might be a nightmare. That could be a thing. I'll be honest, I have no idea how I came across you, but I'm happy. Well, I appreciate you. Welcome in, Red Dragon Sky. And thanks for all the like good ideas, all the tips and stuff. What's up? Hello, KK Amote. How you doing? Hope you're having an awesome day. The forklift, I'm gonna consider this like proof of concept wise completed. It is working. It is working. I think this is as much as we're gonna do today. How long has it been? 3 hours, and then the stream will like crashed and stuff, so I have to see what happened there. Ooh. I think this has been awesome. How do we feel? Do we think that the forklift, like, it's working? Are we happy with this, like, this prototype? I'm pretty happy with it. I think we did a decent thing. Let me try just plungering this. What happens?
Oh boy, why did I do that? Now if I back up, what? It should probably slide off. That's a lot of friction. Oh goodness. Wait, it's giving me more rope. Oh. Interesting. The rope length itself is flexible, but it constantly applies a force between them. That's super interesting. Is it a nice prototype? Yeah, it's very ugly. We need the area for the person to sit in to probably be a little bit further back, a little bit higher up. We can cover up this redstone link stuff. The engine definitely needs to stay accessible, so we need to find a decent way of doing that. So we can like go in and like refuel it, because you know in survival this is going to need to have fuel. I think the wheels are actually in a really good spot. Like I could move these back, but I think having like a weight that is like leaning back on the back end is gonna keep the wheels like more friction. Is this mod all about a forklift, or is it something else? So currently we're using the Create mod and a brand new Create add-on called Create Aeronautics, which adds a bunch of simulated physics stuff. So that's how you get stuff like if I grab a stone and I make a physics symbol, that's how you get like loose blocks in the world like this that you can then interact with something like a plunge, like a rope thingy, or with this staff is like a creative mode only way to be able to like quickly be able to move stuff around to help you build. You can also freeze it and like lock the physics behind it. So that's what that is. Whee! But it also adds, should I say primarily adds, aeronautics, right? Propellers for airplanes, smart propellers for helicopters, hot air envelopes for blimps, hot air balloons, airships, levitating blocks to help lift things up, steam vents, these are also for blimps, and then the off-road section, which adds tires and wheels for cars, off-road vehicles. You can also do like tank treads with belts and stuff. It's sick. It's been in development for like forever. It adds a ton of stuff. There's also these like magnets, which I have not played with yet, but I've seen people make incredible stuff with these magnets. Like bullet trains or like levitating platform nonsense, bunch of stuff. So last stream I was playing around with like learning everything, made a like tiny little airship, made a car, and I tried making the smallest possible car because I wanted to make a go-kart, and this is what I came up with. It's covered in these redstone links, so it's a little bit ugly, but I think this is the smallest physical car that you can make with these mods. You might be able to shrink it. You might be able to make it 1 block less long, but 3 blocks wide, excluding tires as length, is the thinnest we can go. That's what I did last time. And then today we've been playing around with the forklift, because I had the idea to make some sort of forklift minigame for the SMP I'm going to be joining, which is going to have these mods. So we have go-karts prototyped, we have forklifts prototyped, and there was another thing that I wanted to get to this stream, but we're going to be wrapping up soon. We're not going to have time for it. What the heck? Was that my headphones? What? Something just made a weird noise. I had an idea for a like 2 players trying to control the same vehicle type of minigame, sort of like We Need to Go Deeper, I think is the name of the submarine one. There's Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time, which is a spaceship one where like 4 people are trying to control a spaceship. So some sort of like hectic co-op minigame, something I want to prototype, and was going to do that today, but we're gonna be wrapping up soon. So yeah, today we made a forklift. Not a forklift mod, just a very flexible mod that gives you a ton of tools, and people have made some truly, truly incredible things. And I guess I've made a forklift now. So that's that. Oh, goodness. Okay. We're going to be ending stream here, gamers. Thank you so much, everybody that swung by, everyone that stuck around, even if it was just for a little bit. I really appreciate it. And again, thank you so much for all the support over on YouTube recently. It's actually bonkers. It's actually insane. And we got big things coming for the channel soon. I have a long form video I've been working on for like a couple weeks now. It's taking a while. I want to get it done by the end of May, but we'll see. Which is me making a little adventure map using the sulfur cube and then torturing my friend with it. He thinks he's gonna have a blast, and he is. It's just, you'll see. You'll see in like a month's time. Short form content is probably gonna be paused for a little bit while I work on that. Maybe one short in the meantime. And next stream will be next Friday. We'll be joining the SMP. Maybe I'll sneak in a short little stream sometime during the week to try out some more aeronautic stuff, because this has been super fun. but forklift short, I very well might. I very well might. We'll see. Editing together the freaking live stream to do something, it takes forever, especially because when I stream for so long, like I did last time. Not this time. But yes, next Friday will be the next stream. Maybe, or there will be a stream next Friday, potentially earlier, definitely Friday. I don't know what time yet. The Discord is your go-to place to see updates from me, or to see just to chat about recent content, like the streams, like the videos, blah blah blah. This should be the link to the Discord. I'll send out all this chats if anyone's interested in joining. Feel free, but also no pressure. To get, you know, notifications, sometimes sneak peeks. I've put a couple sneak peeks to the long form video that's coming out, and to if you have any questions for me, I suppose that's there too. So thank you all very, very much for watching. Hi, I'm watching shorts right now. I just checked your channel for a long video. I'm confused. You haven't done it because you're very talented, actually. Sorry for my English. No, you're all good. I'm very new to content creation, and I appreciate it that you are saying I'm very talented. I'm very slow at editing stuff, and I'm a perfectionist, which is not a good thing. It's not a good thing. I don't mean that in a like cocky, I'm so good way. I mean that in a, it takes me a while to make stuff because I'm just very slow with it. We'll have another long form video coming out, hopefully by the end of the month. If not, like, you know, a couple weeks off of that. But I appreciate it. Thank you for swinging by. I'm glad you like the stuff that's there right now. So yeah, that's gonna wrap up today's stream. Thank you so much, everybody. I will see you guys whenever I next see you. Thank you so much for being here, and have a lovely, lovely rest of your day. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye.